Well, remember, you said this was going to go fast. I was going through levels, making sure what I wanted to do with them.
That is.
Well, the actual level changed like 3 times as
Well,
well.
whatever. I'm still saying I was going through.
Alright,
And then
so
6
quick set
five.
zero stuff.
I changed it to Atlas, by the way. It's not Azareth. It's good.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Azarath Metrion Synthos?
Yeah,
Yes.
originally it was Azareth, but I was like, I like Atlas better. Okay, quick session do. Let's go.
Okay, so we're using encumbrance and coin weight in this campaign. Not that it's really gonna fucking matter because you guys didn't really need to use it, but food and rations are also a thing we're using this campaign. But again, you're gonna be not having to worry about them unless things go horribly, horribly wrong.
Which they will.
More than likely. Critical strikes, same rules as the last campaign. I can hardly see you.
That's how I usually feel.
Another thing that I'm adding is critical failures. I'll have you roll for severity.
I'm sorry, roll for what?
Severity.
And we'll see what happens with that roll.
Well, normally people do roll with severity. The DM rolls it, and then they don't even tell us what it is. They just tell us what happens.
I have a whole block, but we'll see. Yeah, situational.
So that way, if we do get in that one on landing, we go. I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just.
Yeah. Alignment shifts. If you are playing a character that is, lawfully good or something, you do something evil, I will morally shift your alignment to which lawful good would be chaotic good, and then so on and so forth. So, let's see what else.
Pretty sure studies can't neutral.
What?
I said, pretty sure my guy's chaotic neutral.
It'll still fluctuate up and down.
Is there anything I told you that I'm forgetting?
The shifts, the coin weight, that.
Which, speaking of coins, what's our starting?
I don't think so. I think that was everything. I feel like there was more.
I think so too. That's why I'm like.
Yeah, I feel like there was more, but I think that's all I can think of for currently.
And this one we didn't start off with whatever gear we wanted, right?
Yeah, you. I think what was it? Uncommon.
It was.
There's a blue stuff.
Rare. It was rare and high.
Yeah, whatever the blue stuff.
Or
is.
a bunch of rare. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're paying it. That's alright. I can do it on fly.
I think as long as it works for your class and it's below that
Oh, yeah.
rating, you'll be alright with it, because that's basically what I did. I have 2 things I'm.
Oh, that's right. This is.
This thing.
This is a mini campaign only deal. If you die,
Oh yeah, right.
if one of your party members makes it back to the ship alive, you all live.
Yay.
There'll be a clone of you on the ship. It'll just transfer your personality. If nobody makes it back to the ship alive, you still have a clone of yourself, but you're 1 level setback. So if you're currently level 5 and you fail on your mission, you are now level 4.
And that was another big one. That I think that was it. That was the rest of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was it. So,
Yeah. Oh, don't let everyone die.
Basically, as long as there's one of us that stays alive, that's all that matters.
and if I think
I'm
of
going to
something
stay on the ship.
that is not going to happen.
And eventually, during most combats, I'm going to be asking where there's going to be sources of light eventually.
Okay.
Just so keep that in mind.
Fair enough. Oh, items. This is a futuristic campaign, and because D&D doesn't have jack shit for futuristic stuff, if you want, well,
It's very limited.
like he wants to use a lightsaber. That's not in D&D. So he has a sword that he's just going to call a lightsaber.
Instead of actually taking the whole time to put the whole thing in there, figure out stats and whatnot, basically I just did a sword +3, and it's
Sword +3 do radiant damage.
It's
That's
a
how the
sword.
lasers work.
He's using a sword.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like that's how the lasers work. So doing that, just count your damage as radiant.
That's smart. I could.
Yeah, right here.
But anyways, that was gonna be another thing because like Nate was gonna use his hand cannon more and whatnot originally, and I think we were gonna give him something that it was gonna be like a gun or something that we were gonna give him for his hand cannon or something else.
Yeah, I didn't talk about that.
Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So
Alright, I think that's it. So, alright. Space, the final frontier. Deep in the far outer folds of the universe, there's a galaxy which has been torn by war. Two opposing factions are deadlocked in constant fighting over the same cause: peace. Although their goal is the same, the way to achieve these goals couldn't be any more different. The intergalactic empire wants to achieve peace, but they feel like the only way for that to be plausible is to conquer all planetary systems under one rule. Many feel like this would just lead to many, if not all, to be enslaved, and their freedoms revoked. For this reason, many have decided to fight alongside the interplanetary freedom fighters. The freedom fighters also want peace, but they want to achieve peace through diplomacy and let all the planetary systems make their own choices and solve disputes through diplomatic means. And it is here where you all make your first choice. Do you want to fight for the freedom fighters or the empire?
Depends who's paying more. I found the hunter.
Oh, looks like probably go with freedom fighters, probably.
Okay.
I mean, if we're going on Star Wars, fucking among them practically fuck, yeah.
It's true.
He is with the force. And the force is with me.
That's fair, that's fair. So what would your vote be? Money not a factor.
So, you know that scene where Jack Sparrow's on his way out of Davy Jones' locker,
Mm-hmm.
and he asks the Asian crew, "Where do your allegiances lie?"
Mm-hmm.
With the highest bidder.
The highest bidder in this situation would more than likely be the empire.
Well, the thing is, highest bidder just means who would actually be willing to pay more, not who has more money.
sorry.
Hi,
Pizza was here.
hi,
I apologize.
hi. Empire probably wouldn't be willing to pay a bounty hunter when they have a. Because this is not Star Wars where they have Boba Fett that was Bush.
That is true.
Continue. I'm sorry. But it was our food. I apologize.
So we're in a vote right now. Do you want to fight for the empire or the intergalactic freedom fighters? So considering you didn't hear the description of the freedom fighters.
No, I understand that. I'll go with the freedom fighters.
It's 2 for the freedom fighters. Okay, it comes down to Brad. Because I have Andrew's vote.
Which means it's equal to the Empire.
Well, as I said, most likely the freedom fighters would be the ones more likely to try and get everyone they can. So that would technically, in the context I gave, make them the highest bidder.
10 or higher, you got to fight for the freedom fighters.
So this comes down to me.
Comes down to the roll.
That's a 10.
Fight for the freedom fighters. So, freedom fighters get a permanent +1 to your constitution, 1d4 to damage rolls, and 2 to your AC.
Yeah, I guess we just.
I was gonna say, how the hell do we add this on here?
Well, the rolls is easy. You can go in and configure it. But I don't know what the AC. We just okay. I'm 18, so it's 20.
So I'm 15, so it's 17.
Alright.
But like, you can actually go in your manager character levels, go to your stats, and just manually add the Con.
The con, which was
Yeah.
it was what
Plus what's for one.
con.
And yes, you can surpass 20 in this campaign.
Neat.
Alright. Is everybody okay with that? You have been summoned from various different homes. You will form a specialized military group with a top secret mission. Spread. What? Okay.
I'll just make sure everything transferred.
You all make your way to the appropriate spaceports where you're put into a cryogenic pod. And once frozen, your pods are loaded up into a shuttle. Your cryopods open on the way to your ship. You feel the sun's warm embrace on your skin as you climb out of your pods. Although still and somewhat stale, the air is a welcome release from the cold sleep that you've ingested. You look around and you see a shuttle interior lined with red detailing on the walls, the ceiling, which helps break up the cold bare steel paneling. The walls are also lined with the basic necessities, which include medkits, flares, fire extinguishers, a small rack of oxygen canisters, etc. A graded catwalk runs underneath your pod, showing the various cables running from the front to the back of the ship. The space itself is somewhat cramped, but roomy enough to move around. As you're looking around, you notice the 3 windows on each side of the shuttle looking out into the great expanse of nothingness known as space. You're taken aback by the breathtaking view of the twinkling stars in the far-off distance. As you're taking this all in and attempting to wake up from your frozen sleep, the shuttle pilot turns to you and says, you're finally awake. What would you like to do?
Get out and stretch. Just kind of move around, grab things. The normal after we've been on drive for 17 hours.
For context, you figure you've been in cryogenic sleep for roughly 2.5 days.
What does that equal for light years?
Light years is just a measurement, not time.
I understand that, but if it's like 2.5 days, like how many light years have passed by?
Question is, how many of you have been on a shuttle before?
I'm a bounty hunter in space, so most likely.
I'm a month turned to sad, so it's probably not likely.
I'm probably not much either.
Okay. Brad, would you please roll a survival check?
Eight.
You probably know how much time has passed, but you just don't.
That actually really fits. It's very blunt and like,
Yeah.
how long have we been here? We're here. You don't care? Nope.
So, you're out stretching.
I start licking my fur, getting all the mats out of it because we're just in cryogenics.
Very cool. It's like, it's almost like licking a furry lollipop at first.
I'm just going over all my gear.
If you were born and raised tabaxi, wouldn't you technically be used to that by now?
Hmm?
Like licking the mats out and whatnot, so looking at you like,
Well, not probably used to it being frozen first.
oh, that's fair. I didn't think about that. That's fair.
That's okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm also licking. Usually, cryogenic freezing also freezes you with chemicals.
Yeah. You're probably tasting the chemicals. That's good too. Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Tastes like liquid nitrogen. So, currently, the pilot is sitting at the pilot seat, just driving the shuttle. You're stretching. You're looking over your ear, and you're cleaning yourself. Anything else you want to do, or just let the shuttle ride?
I don't know, I'm an all black tabaxi.
Okay. You stand out against the very bare steel and red line shuttle. So does an insect person and a human.
hood that's currently down since I, just stepped out of the cryogenic hood or cryogenic thing and whatnot, and I'm just slicked back into like a braid and whatnot with the side shaved. This vibrant blue hair, and then I've got like a set of scars that just go straight across my face like this. That's it. I summon as I'm stretching. I summon my blade to my hand, and then I just like kind of disappear it again just to make sure it's still there.
When you summon it, you've got to be careful. Little friend here.
Well, it's not on. I wouldn't be able to switch. It's just summoning the hilt to my hand. So just making sure everything still works.
The pilot turns to you all and says, "You bunch of lazy bums have been asleep for 2 days. It's about time you joined me on my ride."
Shouldn't you have woken us so up?
Did program the pods. Just load them up.
Technically, we're not lazy if this is when we're supposed to awake.
They don't like you already.
Nobody really does. Thank you.
Just got to turn it around. We'll be there in probably around an hour.
The only thing my guy had responded was when he first said he turned, listened to what was said, just back to his ear.
And that's in gallons of minutes out.
Can I look around the cabin wherever we are?
Yes, you can.
Perception check?
Unless you're looking for something specific.
Nope, just looking around.
Roll perception.
We find it really good. 7. What do I say? I'm not looking for anything. I just want to know surroundings and shit.
You're distracted by the cat cleaning itself and the 7-foot insect.
I mean, there's a high possibility I might be a little bit just kind of like,
Okay, great, a cat man cleaning it. That's a fucking big ass bug. That's dumb.
It's a 4.5 foot tall cat standing on its hind legs, just
oh, you're a small tabaxi. Okay.
I'm a 7-foot bug man with purple and gray carapace and a jacket with a hood. Puts down.
So you see medkits, oxygen canisters, flares, and a pair of underwear.
Pair of underwear.
Yes.
Nowhere to sit.
You can sit on your paws.
I was
Close the lid
I would
first.
say I close the hatch. I just lean onto my pod and whatnot, and I summon my hilt again, and I just kind of hold it, and I inspect it to make sure everything's fine.
Roll investigation check. With advantage since you know you.
That's fine. It's an 18.
There's a little bit of frost on it, but other than
I kind of clean off the frost, take part of my robe, and I start just kind of polishing it a little bit and whatnot, cleaning off the frost, making sure it looks everything right. It's just a brown robe, just a solid kind of tannish, done looking robe.
the spot where you're using to wipe off the frost, you notice that it's turning your brown robe lighter and more blue.
Kind of look at the robe, just kind of
Enough. You get all cleaned up there. It's
okay.
you now have a blue spot on your lips.
Blue spot.
Anything you two doing?
well, once I got myself clean, I inspect my weapons and that's about it.
Roll investigation. Are you looking for anything specific? Or
Just making sure they're home. Pulling it out, looking at the edge of the blades, and
investigation check with advantage.
definitely.
They look pristine.
Oh, there's light sauce on both of them, by the way.
Wonderful.
I already gave them some tons.
Well,
Preventative measure.
I know you said you were looking for your stuff, so roll a perception check as well.
Perception or investigation?
Are you doing anything specific or just
I'm literally just going over my weapons, making sure everything's proper and ready.
and investigation?
cheesy crust okay? Okay, I would say because I must have fucked up and accidentally put cheese inside the crust without realizing it, and the pepperoni
That's
has.
why it's so expensive.
That's why I was so shaking.
You got stuffed crust?
I got stuffed crust.
Stuffed crust is always good.
Fair enough then. That's all.
So is the rose iron. Just kind of
Okay.
like a robe and like so like you can never see that I have weapons on me because they're always just folded in the cloth.
Fair enough.
And all my weapons are kind of small, other than my quarterstaff.
Mine's just a basic like bounty hunter jacket.
And my quarterstaff's a quarterstaff, so it literally looks like a walking stick.
I know you've said that, but for the rest of the campaign, I'm just going to envision you as Boba Fett without.
Go closer to what's that guy's name?
Cad Bane.
Yes,
Closer
closer to him without the hat. He's got a hat hood
Okay.
and with a rifle on my back.
You can see as I'm just kind of sitting there that I do have like leggings on.
And there are goggles sitting. Like
You know, you can just say you're a Jedi.
Basically, I'm a Jedi. Okay, that's basically what it is.
we know what you are. We know what
You said brown robe, I'm like Jedi.
Yeah, basically I'm a Jedi. Okay,
no question.
so think about like Obi-Wan Kenobi, how he looked. That's basically how I
Blue hair.
with blue hair.
I kind of look like Anakin Skywalker because I have all black robes and stuff. But also cat.
Fair enough.
Now we just need Andrew to be.
Make a little green man.
I'm gonna make a little goblin lizard.
Yeah.
Good.
I can't.
He starts speaking and like
16 to check my luckies.
Yeah, everything looks good. There's a little bit of frost on them, but nothing too bad.
So I use my tinker tools and make sure everything's pristine.
So what will it take for you?
Which should be. Because there's not.
D20 plus Tinker's Tools Dex.
It depends on what they are. Tinker is
I'm proficient with my tinkering tools.
then whatever you're proficient with, like Dex or intelligence or whatever your proficiency skill is right now.
Strength, charisma, and wisdom.
Wisdom then.
Oh, my dex is +5. Would that be? I don't know what proficiency would be for just the regular skills. I have saves, but not the skills.
I go Dex then, just because it's 5.
That's what I was thinking.
And then
I
add
just do dex check.
then add your proficiency to it. So
+3.
Yeah.
You know.
So D20 plus your Dex plus.
Oh, I just rolled a dex check +3.
Yeah.
Which will be 21.
Nice. You have no problems getting your weapons back. Shape like you. After about an hour, if anybody's looking out the windows, you see a spaceship starting to come view. The spaceship looks dark. I had a description for this, but I can't remember. You son of a bitch. So I'm just gonna show you. This is your spaceship. Ooh!
That's the one we're in.
Yes. Well, will be. You're on
The one we're going to.
check. The one we're waiting for.
Is that from Dead Space? Because that looks Dead Space.
It's just a concept.
Okay. Because there's a ship in Dead Space that looks really close to that, so that's why I was curious.
But no, that's what you see coming
Right, there's cold ones in the. Okay.
distance. What you guys do?
Take a glance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, to the left.
Waiting. Alright, we'll be talking soon, so. Yeah, whatever. A few minutes go by, you guys come to the underside of the ship. The shuttle flies upwards and becomes docked with the ship as you feel almost slammed shut. Hatch opens up, the ladder drops down, you guys are free to enter the ship.
Put my hood up before I go, and I just drop down the ladder.
Alright.
Literally drop down.
You're climbing.
The ladder drops down.
I know. Can I roll a dex check?
One to just.
No, we're
Yes, you
the
can.
ladder drops down.
Yes, you can. Hold that ship.
Get okay. Never mind. I understand now.
No, I wanted to go through with this. I wanted to go through with this.
It opened up, you know what I mean?
Just watch Jedi face plant. As I get to the ladder, the pilot just kind of gets a weird sensation in his head of gratitude.
Alright.
A 28 for when he gets up in the ladder. I'm already up there, just kind of like messing around with my knife in a seat.
Like got around
Sure.
there.
I roll a 28 stealth.
Roll a perception check.
Jesus fuck, how the hell did you ask me?
I am a stealthily.
That's not 20. Well, it's a 19. It was a natural 20, but it's -1, so it's a 19.
I don't think that matters.
You didn't roll that
20, did you? A 19. No, 18. Because of 29.
at the last second. He sees you.
You see my tail when you're climbing.
When he's getting up from face planting.
Okay.
Alright. Once you guys get up to
I'm a stealthy, sneaky, fast.
I noticed.
once you guys get up to the top of the ladder, there is a half-elven woman with long blonde hair, fair skin, dressed in black letters. You have been summoned to the conference room. If you would please follow me. And then she leads you through 7 corridors, 3 rooms, up 2 ladders, down 2 hallways, and then down 1 set of stairs.
I'm going to forget all of that.
Me too.
Perceive each of the rooms.
Yes, roll 7 perception checks. No.
Nice. And it's modified.
Where is it? Right there.
Where's it? Oh,
Right there.
9, 14, a 9, a natural 20, a 13, a 9, a 13, and a 3. So with my -1, I'm looking at a 19, a 13, an 8, an 8, a 12, a 12, and a 2.
You don't see anything. Fortunately.
What?
You don't see anything. Fortunately.
I know what the rooms we're going through, jackass.
They're always.
But there was
Congratulations, you're very aware of all the doors that are closed.
It's trying to help you here.
You count about. You look out the many doors.
No, the 3 rooms that you actually do go through, they're just basic transfer rooms. A couple of them have like some storage crates in them. So that's essentially it.
So there's nothing crazy or
No.
okay.
Just because I had you roll 7 perception checks. Something you notice is you haven't crossed paths with another person on the ship yet, except for the owner.
I did get a natural 20 for one of those. That was amazing. So I would hope that I would notice that.
Maybe you didn't notice, buddy.
Okay, fair enough.
Congratulations. You were very good at not noticing.
I was hoping for a little bit more of a description of like, maybe how the hull looked, or if there were like patches, if it was rusting, like if it was like deteriorating, things like
Fine.
Hang on, wait. I got something that might help. I got a 23 on my stealth. Do you see me just like crawling up in the pipes? I'm really trying to be stealthy. Like, go to your perceptions.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah. So my natural 20, can I use that on that one? Notice him?
Yes.
There, now you use your 20 for something.
I'm about to say in your head so you can say it. I just have this wonderful image of watching this happen. The blonde lady leading the 3 of us. We got the giant bugman just casually following behind her with his gun. Then we have the blue-haired Jedi.
It's more like I've got my hands like this inside of my robes, and I'm just kind of.
Roll an athletics check for me.
19, so I got like a +2 back. So,
You manage to stay on the pipes, but something you notice is that they're very slick. They're either recently been fabricated or they've recently been greased. You notice. Everything looks new.
So it's a ship that hasn't seen action yet.
Oh, it just looks.
Okay.
You get to the conference room. There's a little keypad next to the door. She enters a 4-digit code. If it wants to look at it, look at it, you can. Ah, fuck.
what's
What's the code?
the look? Investigation or perception?
Perception.
Hang on. Nope.
Nope. 21.
It's 1, 2, 3. The door slides open, and there are.
Would make sense that I could see from above.
Yes. I'm behind the 7-foot tall insectoid, so I have to be like,
There are 4 chairs, in almost like as well as they can, semicircle type thing facing the front of the room, which has a podium and a whiteboard. Because this is the 24th century, and they still use whiteboards. She points you in. Once you guys all enter the room, she closes the door and walks away, and now you're just in this room by yourself.
sit up.
Which seat do you sit?
Second on the right.
Where do you sit?
Pretty right.
For the moment, I'm remaining standing exactly where I was left. Like, we walked in the door, they went and sat down, I'm just like,
And I'm perched like a cat on the seat.
Is your tail doing a little like? Okay.
15, 20 minutes go by. Are you still standing?
not like directly in front of the door, like people can come in. I'm just kind of standing where I was standing when she left.
It's kind of a good thing that he's used to listening to podcasts because stuff like that isn't going to transfer. Like when I was asking about your tail, so it's a good thing he's just listening.
Well, he also has imagination, so I'm pretty sure if your tail,
Just making sure he knows exactly what the ship looks like.
Oh, you described it perfectly.
Oh, I bet I know.
Hence why I was trying to shove the description down our throats.
well, if he wants a description, he should be here.
He's at a wedding.
I don't care.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anywho, 15 to 20 minutes go by. The door slides open, and you see this grizzled, older, human-like man in almost like a Navy uniform with a crap ton of chest candy. And he strolls in and walks right up to the book.
Walk up and say, "Ooh, piece candy. Ooh, piece candy." It's a joke. I'm joking.
I
I'm not actually doing that. It's a funny joke.
want you to.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I'm not that stupid. It was meant to be funny because you said chest
My
candy.
ambition is -1.
It's not intelligence.
Fuck you. My intelligence is 11, so fuck off.
Did you just say your intelligence is 11?
My intelligence is 11.
Your wisdom modifier is -1. Your intelligence is 11. I wouldn't put it past you to go.
-1 and 0.
No, that sucks, please.
Listen, I ain't rolled the best, okay?
So you're
I'm not rash. I'm more intelligent. I'm more intelligent than Rash. I'm basically myself, okay?
-2 intelligence.
Yes.
-1 at the start.
And
I got 2 after he got pissed off the card guy.
Yeah.
Forgot about it.
Yeah.
God darn.
He went from to
when he went from ooh shiny to oh I'm going over there.
He went from blue shiny to
Well,
obviously, guys.
Anywho,
Starts eating the metals off his chest.
gentlemen, do you know why you've been summoned here?
enlighten us.
You are part of a new specialized military unit that will bounce from planet to planet, breaking through.
It did when you slam. Little flag. Yeah.
Breaking through the blockade and striking the enemy's homework. Is that clear?
Crystal.
I need to fix you. You can't talk.
Well, I can get the point across when it's necessary.
True.
The race is very just like blunt, very in the moment. Like if there's not something that needs to be said, I don't care. I'm not going to bother.
This is an actual Spelljammer race, isn't it?
I think.
Okay. Because there was only three or four new races introduced with the Spelljammer book, and that's why I was curious if this was one of the three.
This is from the same one as Hippogriffs.
Then it's the Spelljammer, yeah.
Yeah. But like they are a very like focused race of like all that extra stuff of like talking, small talk that none of it matters.
Fair enough.
So I'm literally just like full at attention, fully paying attention to the guy. But he says that it's just still just like I'm listening from here.
What does your face look like? Like I'm 100% curious, like what your face.
Like legitimate. I found that I'm like that's exactly what I want.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Like it's full on bug.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well,
I literally cannot speak. It's not a matter of like they don't have their own language. They do have their own language, but only they can understand it.
Well, I was wondering if it was like District 9 bug or if it was
Basically.
Like, yeah, that's what I was thinking of with something
less
like that.
humanoid eyes.
Fair enough.
Because they like I fucking love the design of the fonts in this, but it's basically that. Because I can't. Did they have the subarms?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I had under my jacket. You can't really see them. There are two smaller set.
Okay.
Another pair of arms.
Okay.
It's much smaller, but basically the prompts for District 9 with
Bulge your eyes. Got it.
and goes.
Yeah.
I'm just a monk cat that's kind of just calm.
Very well. That moment, a little servo pop drops down from the ceiling and pricks each one of your shoulders.
Carapace.
It breaks through the carapace.
Holy fuck.
It draws out. Your blood's red, right?
Yes.
Your blood is.
Excellent question.
I'm thinking green, but it's up to you.
I'll go with that.
For some odd reason, I was thinking white. I don't know why.
White because bug juice.
I don't know, maybe. But I was thinking white.
Deck save to try to dodge it?
You can try it.
Deck save?
Yeah, go ahead.
25.
Was it a natural 20?
No.
Okay. Still get you then. I saved my natural 20 from the very first roll I came.
Like different bloods from bugs, and it's like varying colors. So
Because District 9's yellow, isn't it?
it was either yellow or black.
Yeah, it was one of those two.
I'm gonna go with a like sort of like a vibrant turquoise. I saw him out of like a slider once.
That's right.
So it draws a vial of red blood for you. You just stand there expecting it not to break through your carapace.
No, it's just more like
Does that and draws out a vial of your lovely blood. You try to dodge out of the way, and the server bots and finally get you.
And a little bit darker blood than his come out.
Because
and the commander or whatever rank he is just suddenly feels a sensation of questioning in his head as I look at it.
as you may not be aware, the blood is to create your clones, because you will be dying on this mission multiple times. Is that clear?
He gets a sensation of understanding.
Very well. I suppose it's time to take a look at your new home for the next 3 months. This is the EverDawn, brand new ship commissioned by the Freedom Fighters, and it is designed to be a stealth fighter that cannot be detected.
You just see my ears perk.
No. Very good. First and for
First and
Listen.
foremost.
Thank you. My words are gone.
I see that.
We've been spending too much time dropping forest today.
Caffeine.
No, I'm good.
That does wonders for your words.
Higher dose of caffeine.
Later.
Fair enough.
First, we'll show you your sleeping arrangements. At this, the door slides open again. The same elven half elven comes in. The captain and the half elven woman lead you out of the room. You end up walking down a very straight corridor, which you assume to be the back of the ship. You go down one ladder, so you go down one level lower. And during this entire time, you guys still don't see anyone else on the ship. No crew, no things, no robots, no nothing.
How's the marching order? Like, are you going to tell us which marching order? Like, who's in which?
The corridor's wide enough where it can be free. So obviously the elf and the captain are in front.
Then I basically just go. Is it fully automated? I take it.
Interesting question. The answer is no.
Then where's the rest of the crew?
I'm sure you'll find out sooner or later.
That's not ominous at all.
As you guys, you get to a door at the end of the corridor underneath it. Types in the same code that you know, and the door slides open, and there's just lines. Like there's probably about 40 separate crew quarters on the left side and 40 on the right side.
I'm just gonna say I now know the code. Since he said it was our ship, I paid attention that time. Nat 20. I now know the code.
Nope.
Goes to look, also there's a giant bug man in his way.
Just taking a lightsabers to open up a door.
These rooms are unoccupied. You can choose whichever one. Have at it. Go. Shoot. Go take over.
This seems like a lot of rooms that are unoccupied. Is there a reason why there's this money?
How many rings are there?
40 on each side.
80 total, 40 on each. There's 23 persuasion per favorite.
What would be that against that?
Probably
Intimidation.
Constitution.
What would it be more for it not to persuade me, but me to like?
I just walked to the first door on the left and just scratch a little symbol on the door.
Fair enough.
Persuasion checks, aren't those against insight?
Yeah, I think it'd be insight. I think you're right. So I'm gonna roll an insight on that one.
Fair enough. Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 22, baby. Natural 20 plus 2. That's 22.
Well,
Yeah,
22 wouldn't be the 23, so then that 20 is the important part.
It's not 20.
Then you just stand there.
Do I gain anything from the way that he looks about my questions or whatnot? Because that's what
You seem
insight.
very annoying.
If they're numbered, I take number 52.
Okay. First, did you go in your room or were you just scratching?
No, I just scratched it on, then just turned around and waited.
Okay. Are you going in that number?
Yeah.
Okay. As you open the door, I want you to describe your character's perfect bedroom.
Mat on the ground, dummy in the corner, and just that.
That is what you see as you open the door.
I walk to number 21.
That's all.
That's all. That's all.
Do you open the door or just walk to it? Describe your character's perfect bedroom.
Well, first of all, how big's the room?
It is 13 by 14 feet.
There would be a workbench on probably the left side, a bed on the right, probably like a little kitchen nook or something on the back wall with like a like a mini fridge, I guess. I don't know exactly what we have something for that. Food storage, and then like a meditation mat in the middle of the room. Low lights. Not like anything like this, but just like kind of like dimmer, like softer lighting.
Oh, mine's all candlelight.
Like not necessarily candle lighting, but like Christmas lighting, that kind of like soft
Like the
light,
basement lighting.
a little bit brighter than the basement.
Fair. And you're just here.
Well, if we're discussing what's in the room, it's basically just like a workbench for my guns, maybe like a chest for stuff, and a chair.
I'm gonna throw in a nice moment too.
Do you sleep sitting? Oh, fair enough.
I
didn't know. So you're basically like an elf then.
basically,
Yeah.
except I'm not meditating where like it's like
Yeah.
I'm literally just
Is that a 4-hour thing or an 8-hour thing?
I just don't sleep.
No,
Still has to take.
Like the long rest I just can't do anything strenuous.
I understand
I
that.
can do whatever, just nothing strenuous.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah, like I literally can do whatever in my room.
Okay.
It's just not strenuous.
I wasn't sure if it was like the meditation, like a 4-hour meditation thing, equal to long
No,
rest. You know what I mean? So that's why.
The long rest. I take the long rest, but I can do whatever I want in the room as long as it's not strenuous.
Okay.
Or not in the room, just wherever.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I'd say whatever doesn't constitute a goal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Basically.
The captain says to you all as you're looking at your rooms. Dinner is in 2 hours. The ship is yours until then. He slaps a little map, very, very crudely drawn map, the entire ship right next to the door, and he walks.
As he's walking out, I go, you would think that we would have some sort of map type device instead of just a piece of paper.
As he's walking out the door, he just taps on a piece of paper.
Like a little thing we could pop up with a digital image of the ship and whatnot. But no, that's okay.
So, you have 2 hours of in-game time.
Break me to all their money was spent on the ship.
Oh, notice.
There was a whiteboard in the conference room. And 4 chairs.
Oh, fuck.
There's a reason they're not the Empire.
We don't have cool little gadgets. We have paper and pencil.
Speaking of, if you guys want to know the buffs you would get if you're the Empire, you would have gotten a +1 to strength, +1 to weapon attacks, and then 10 temporary hit points, +1 for every level.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
What was the 1d4?
that was
Damage.
Damage.
Yeah.
I'm happier with our.
Yeah, the 1d4 is just +4 damage.
It's 1d4.
He said 1d4. I couldn't remember what it was connected to, but I knew we had
It's just 1d4 additional damage.
I want to take a look at the map. How really shittily drawn is this map?
Have you seen a 5-year-old try to draw a maze?
It's basically a crude drawing of the Futurama ship with a dot saying you are here.
Yeah, there is a dot that says you are here in red.
Do you feel other people's emotions without actually?
No.
Okay.
It's just telepathy.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you could feel it around you.
It is a psionic race, but without delving into it, it's just telepathy.
Because I was going to make a very interesting comment if you could actually feel it.
No.
Because I stand there and I'm just going.
I'm in my room meditating.
Okay. I'm going to explode ship.
As you're exploring the ship, you can get you. Okay.
As I'm standing there at the door and I look down at the keypad, I then walk to 52.
As you know, there was a keypad at the conference room. You know that they put some kind of code in to get into this board. But there's a lack of keypad on this side.
Okay, well, with my knowledge of the keypad, I'm gonna go to 52, and I'm gonna knock on the 52's door.
Silence. Probably.
Is it silence?
I'm an 18 in my die on how deep I'm into my meditation.
You hear it. Yeah, you hear it.
Are you still standing on straight?
Yeah, base probably.
I didn't know what to add. The base bit on the die. Yeah.
Alright, then I go back to Brad's characters. We don't know our names yet. I go back to Brad's character and I just kind of looked at him and I go, I don't know if you can speak.
But I just kind of like,
And I kind of like, okay.
not in like a mocking way, just
Yeah, like that. Curious, yeah. Do you know the codes for the keypads? Since you're rather tall.
I just look over to the door. No keypad. Look back to him.
Can you at least tell me you understand?
I again look towards the door. Then like knock on the wall where a keypad would be next to my door. Then look back at him.
Okay, so you do understand.
This could be such a good reading.
Well, I'm assuming this is when we've all met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the number that was in the keypad to get in?
You kind of get a questioning notion in your head.
I didn't see what he put it in, what the captain put in to the keypad to enter into the room.
I walk over to the door where we left out. Okay. Or where we brought in.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
As you get 2 feet away from the door, it's like
I turn and look back at you.
I walk over to you, and since you're like right in the doorway, I look at you and
I like step to the side.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I walk through.
And then walk back into my room. Stand in front of it. Because like, dinner's in 2 hours. My guns are good.
Well, I'm standing outside. It's outside the hallway.
I let you walk through the door. The door closes behind you. Should roll a perception check. Is there anything you're meditating about, by the way? Or are you just meditating?
It's the whole point of meditation is to clear your mind.
It depends. You could be.
Yeah, there's like meditating on.
So that's a natural 20, but it's a -1, so it'd be a
It's not one thing though. One thing you can get it on.
Well, since you were just thrown off by
base where
the interaction you just had, it takes you a second to realize that as soon as that door closes, you're standing in pitch blackness.
You're human, so no, you don't.
You're human. You don't see shit. Fuck you.
No, I think he was going to go look to see dark vision. I mean,
Oh no, that wasn't what I was looking for because I know I'm human. That's not what I was looking for. I want, and this will have to, if you allow me to do this. I want to summon since I do have Sacred Flame. I don't have Produce Flame, but I have the spell Sacred Flame. Am I able just to summon a flame to my hand?
The best thing you could probably do is cast it on yourself.
add the damage to himself.
Yeah, no shit.
Pretty sure Sacred Flame in the description does not say it does not give off any light. So
Well, that's why I said it would be all up to him. That's why I was leaving out to him. No, I don't have anything. Well, fuck.
All of your characters you can't see in the dark.
No, that's
I
wrong.
am.
I said his characters. Oh.
Originally, my scientist was in it too. All right, well, I'm standing in a dark corridor. I'm gonna feel around for the keypad.
Perception check with disadvantage. Jesus. Wow, no, investigation check.
Huh.
I'm just gonna stand there. I'm just gonna sit down and I'm gonna start to meditate. That was a 2. It was a 20 or it was a 19 and it was a 2. So since it's disadvantage, it's a 2. So I'm just gonna sit down and start to meditate. As I meditate and push like my mind outwards, can I feel anything?
As you sit down, what you expect to feel is cold steel. Instead, you feel moist moss.
Um, can I like put my hand out and do I actually feel like with my hand, or is it still cold steel and it's as the meditation happens? You know what I mean?
You can't see it, but it feels like moss.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna sit here and meditate, push my mind outwards, and see if I can like sense anything or whatnot in the corridor you sense now. Do I need to roll anything?
Perception check.
Fair enough.
Can't see who's trying to sense me.
That's a 7. Fair enough. I understand. Then I just sit there and I meditate until somebody's gonna walk past.
Alright, so you went back to your room, right?
I went inside now.
Okay. And you're meditating in your room, right?
Yeah, probably after an hour, I'd probably get up.
And then, well, since nothing else is happening, an hour goes by. You don't hear anything. The entire ship. You don't hear walking. You don't hear even like typical clinks and clackers of metal and whatnot. You don't hear it. It's eerily quiet.
Engine running.
You don't hear it.
I walk out into the main corridor.
As you go to leave your room, what was the main corridor has now been replaced by what looks like a scenic forest.
I think so. I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, the woods.
Oh, yeah. Is there a tree?
There's lots of trees.
I climb it.
Okay, you climb. Well, what tree would you like to climb? Would you like to climb a pine tree?
The tallest tree I can see.
Can I ask a quick question? Do I hear the door open as I'm?
He opened his door.
Well, he said he went out to the main corridor.
The main corridor where all the.
Oh, okay. I was thinking he went.
With your 2, no.
He could walk right by. You'd be like,
Yeah, the tallest tree that I can see.
You see a really nice, tall. Try to think of the name of it, but it's a blue pine.
Alright, I climb it.
Okay. You climb it. You climb all the way to the top and roll a perception check. Unless you're looking for something specific.
15 on the die. I don't know my stats yet. Perception is 21. 21?
You see miles and miles of forest. Does your vision,
I mean, I have dark vision 60 feet like normal, so.
but it's not like baseline, you can see further than a normal human?
No. Okay.
I don't. Is there any race that has
Trees. When you go into the breakdowns of what are they? Kenku, you can like if you wanted to be an eagle Kenku and it was up to the DM, they could extend your vision because obviously eagles are known for having.
Well, not to mention, I think there was like the eagle trait of like it was the barbarian said like it would do something to my vision.
Mm-hmm.
Also, tieflings with their hell vision or something like that.
That's different. Witch vision and devil vision, that's different. That allows you to see through things and see.
No, there was something that Creed had that allowed him to see past the normal
Devil
60.
vision.
Was it okay?
Yeah, like I said, it's different. It's not further. It's like you see into different realms. You see through shit. And
It gave me the ability to see through natural darkness.
Okay, that's okay. That's what it was then. Okay.
yeah, I want that at one point of scrutiny.
Anywho, you climb the tree, you just see miles of forest in all directions. Except
Is there
for
a sky? What's in the sky?
it's a very overcast, cloudy sky. It almost, with your senses, it feels like it's going to snow soon. You do see a rather large campfire, roughly 3 miles off in the east.
I take one of my darts, throw it down to the ground towards it, just like at the base of the tree.
Okay.
Just so when I finish climbing back down, I know which way it was.
Okay. Fair enough. You climb down the tree, and I'll guess which you.
Roughly by this time, it's been an hour since they left us on our own.
You would think, but as you're sitting in your room,
He never went into his room.
Yeah.
No, I went back after.
Oh.
After he left me.
as you're sitting in your room working on your weapons and whatnot, you hear what appears to be a battle breaking out. You hear the familiar.
Also proud of you for not making me roll to climb.
Yeah, right?
It wasn't that difficult.
Well, and I don't have to.
Oh, really? They don't have to.
To actually have climbing speed. So
They naturally.
yeah. Remember,
Matches your walking speed, doesn't it?
I think it's a little slower. But yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's 20 feet instead of 30 feet.
I'm probably thinking of that Icarus swimming speed then.
A lot of swimming speeds are actually double the walking. The hippogriff might be just normal, but
Oh.
like mer people, their swim speed is double their walking.
Well, I mean, like, I'm assuming a normal person, like human swim speed is slower.
They don't have one. That's why they have to roll athletic stuff to do it.
Okay, so if you don't have a speed, then you have to roll actively try.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's why like the kid with a mana pack gives somebody a 30 foot speed. Yeah.
For the Mariner's armor adds their swim speed too, I think.
Right, but it's a close.
Yeah.
If you don't have a speed for it, can't do it without turn.
You hear the distant gunfire battery hitting the ship. If the soundtrack would like to work with me, but it's not.
Anywho, calm down.
I think I hear it. It's really quiet.
Sounds more like rain. Yeah, I was gonna say it honestly sounds kind of more like a storm.
Yeah. What happened to that one that you picked for the Thanksgiving thing?
Good question.
There.
That's better.
You hear that outside your door.
I get up and go out to the
As you open your door, you see a flash of bright red energy shooting down the door. You assume that it's a laser.
tree down the corner that has like my door.
Yep.
I stand there and watch it go past.
3 seconds go by and it dies out.
I poke my head out.
What you remember of the corridor has now been replaced by. Have you ever seen Space Invaders?
Space Flight.
Have you ever played or seen people play Space Invaders?
Yeah.
It's like after a giant war battle, like that's what it looks like on the inside now. It's riddled with destroyed pieces and holes everywhere.
Sirens.
And now you're on a code red. Everybody is summoning.
So part of that was it is it like ship or is it like
The corridor's still relatively there.
but it's
It's been shit.
well like what battle rhythm and everything was the part that drowned out. Like I knew all that except for ship or am I seeing landscape?
You still look like you're in shit.
So that way he can. Okay.
15 perception to see where I can figure the most noise is coming from. That way or that way.
Since you're near the rear of the ship, you figure that whatever's attacking you is directly behind the ship.
I ready my rifle and get towards the back of the ship.
Okay. I need you to make a dexterity save.
15.
You see what can only be described as a shotgun slug the size of this corridor coming directly at you. You manage to dive into the doorway of one of the other rooms before you are instantly vaporized.
Well, smash.
Potato potato. But either way, as the bullet goes flying past you, now the corridor's gone and you're going to be walking on cables. Are you still heading to the back of the ship?
Because clearly there's something there. As far as I can tell.
We'll get back to you. What are you doing?
Well, I'm meditating still.
It's been 2 hours.
When I open my eyes, it's still pitch black. Okay. Investigation. You know what? No.
You start to hear rainfall.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame just in front of me.
What's the range on that?
Actually, I think it's 5 feet.
60 feet.
After 30 feet, you lose track of it.
Do I see anything lit up as it's...
No.
So it's just all open?
It's all black.
The spell does not say it casts light.
Yes, I know, but I'm hoping because it's fire, maybe the DM will be nice and give some kind of light.
Yes, I don't think there.
Because it is a flame-like radiance. Radiant damage. Hence, light radiance.
You don't think it's going to mean more than just light. Right?
Yes, I know.
I mean, a radiator does not put off light.
I want to, since I was right
Thinking about it. Go ahead. There's
Oh,
nothing to do with campaign.
sitting right next to I sat down literally right as I walked through the door. I put my hand. Do I feel the door still?
If only you had a light source.
I do. I have a tinderbox torch. I'll light up that motherfucker. No rain's coming. I'll light it up. What?
How light would you with that?
I need you to roll.
Save it.
Shit! Me and him were laughing about that the last time you got stuck out there. I'm telling you, I'm down in the corner for somebody to be like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've played I completely forgot they've actually used those light sources. All right, fine. I summon my lightsaber in my hand. And I click it on, and I use it as my light source.
You go to click the button.
That's why I didn't fucking use it. Because he's a fuckhead.
Yeah, that's the reason.
The torch and tinderbox.
I want you to roll a survival check because now it's wet. It's rain.
motherfucker. That's survival torches are usually made for being waterproof.
Normally, but this is
Especially in the future.
this is Mike's campaign.
Well, to be fair, it's future damn hand drawn now.
Yeah.
As of 2 hours ago, he was inside.
That's also true. Shit's fucked.
That's a
You know what's really fun? It's
You
raining where he's at. It's
really try to get that spark.
That's right, I'm still in the ship.
Every time you get close, a raindrop falls directly on it, burning all the progress.
Can I summon my lightsaber in my hand again, just kind of smacking it, whatnot, clicking it, and then if I have to, whatever you want, can I deconstruct it and see what might not be working?
You can. Your warning, you're in pitch black, disadvantage.
You can't see what you're going to try to do to fix it.
But think about it this way. When they do create their lightsabers, they do it in a meditative state, so they do it with their eyes closed to begin with. So they know, as in
Yes, but if you're trying to look for something that's not working,
You're also not a Jedi. You're just pretending to be one.
Hang on a second. There's no such thing as a Jedi class in D&D. Okay?
And exactly why your concentration thing of trying to do this makes no sense, because that's the thing a Jedi does.
Here's my defense, okay? A trained military gunman can take out their gun, disassemble it with their eyes closed, know if a pin isn't working, fix the pin, and put everything back together with their eyes closed.
Are you a trained military workman, or is it...
I built this lightsaber by myself. I know this thing as if it's my own
you'll be
weapon.
able to tell if there's something wrong with the energy source in the dark.
If the crystal's slightly askew, yes, I probably could.
You can go for it. It's disadvantage.
What do you want me to roll? Investigation, perception.
We'll go with investigation.
I didn't know if you wanted like or do you want a concentration save?
No.
Okay.
Just investigation. With disadvantage.
Shut up. Because now I'm terrified.
Hello, this
You know
is
what's
Mike
horrifying?
You should be terrified.
Something that's horrifying. I want to hear your number first.
It's a 13.
You were reading my mind. Because as you disassemble the Jedi, disassemble the lightsaber, the power source, the crystal. First off, what color is your lightsaber?
It's teal blue.
The blue crystal that's normally right there in its housing is gone. Pause. Corey,
What up?
you climb down from the tree. What do you do next?
I pick up my dart and we'll start walking in the direction of the fire.
Okay. You just walk in.
Once I feel like I've gotten about 3/4 of the way there, I start self-walking. But yeah.
Okay. Takes you about 45 minutes to get there, and then go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
22.
How close to the fire do you get?
Sticking in the shadows.
Okay. You get about 15 feet away, and you notice this campfire is really a wooden statue of a giant insect-like creature.
Reminded of this insect-like creature.
Kind of, but different.
It's like-
It's by this man mahogany too.
Mahogany. You get this weird sense as you're going down through all these corridors and whatnot. You just in the back of your head, you just hear mahogany.
You said it just looks like a statue?
Yeah, it just looks like a wooden statue. This insect like
That's
creature.
weird.
And it's on fire.
No.
It's on fire.
14. Anything else around?
Yeah, cross the dimension.
It's 14. Well, Wrath Spirit never, fully it could do that,
Grass spirits and inside the brush, which vaporized.
You look around and you don't see anybody. In fact, you don't see footprints in the freshly falling snow. But as you're standing there in front of the statue, you hear a voice in your head. Who comes to my belt
Who are you?
I was gonna go a different way with this, but I'm changing my mind.
Fair enough. You're the DM.
Me.
Oh, you fuck! I know which way you were gonna go with that.
Who are you?
You can call me Scoot.
You say Scoot.
Scoot.
Okay.
I didn't say my full name.
Well, Scoot. Why are you here?
You tell me. I walked out my door and came here.
You walked into my home.
Yeah, didn't know what was going on.
What do you mean you don't know what's going on?
Don't know what's going on.
You don't know when you're in the realm of home?
No.
But this is home.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
This is home.
No, it's not.
This is home.
No.
We are all part of home.
No.
Don't go trying to kill yourself.
I'm not. It's not. Just. No, it's not.
Regardless of what you think it is, do you know why you're here?
No, that's why I asked you.
I don't know why you're here.
Then why are you talking to me?
Because you walked up to me.
Oh, the statue.
Yes, of course I'm the statue.
Oh. Why are you on fire?
Because it's cold out here.
I don't know.
If you get close enough, you will be.
It must be a relative of rain. That's the water. It's cold. You set yourself on fire? I'm warm. Hello?
Do you even have a purpose here?
No.
Do you have a purpose in life?
Yes.
What is it?
Kill someone.
That's quite morbid.
Things happen. These things happen. Just not show up.
It doesn't happen here at home.
This isn't home.
This is home.
Do you know what home is?
The place where you live, the place where your family is, the place where you feel comfortable.
What home is? Yeah, this. This is home. Where's your family?
Here, at home.
Where? I don't see anybody.
They're everywhere.
I don't see nobody.
Well, then you should get your eyes checked.
Look around. There's no proof of anybody.
They're literally all around you.
Are you? Do I see people now?
Roll perception check. This is not the music for this.
7. I was gonna say, if this is the music for this conversation, Scoot's gonna start going in sassy mode. I may be a monk, but I'm also an assassin.
So much to do the campaign.
Sure, we'll roll that.
Remember, I would keep it down a little bit so that way it picks up our voices and here.
No, you still see nowhere. There's even one right behind you right now. Make a dexterity saving for a second.
26.
You move out of the way as you feel the wind of some kind of bladed weapon trying to attack your back.
And I immediately chuck my dart right into the face of the statue.
That was quite rude. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do I have to roll a hit?
Get this statue.
You're a monk turned assassin. If you keep the statue, just lay down it.
Yay, I'm not the worst one anymore!
We'll see. You haven't moved. It's 2 hours.
But I've been meditating so the pitch fucking black!
Well, to be fair, for those 2 hours, I didn't either.
Yet you were doing something.
I was meditating! What? I'm doing
Why don't
something!
people just say meditating is sleeping?
13 damage.
13 damage, right? That was quite rude.
I was just sitting.
You attacked me first.
I did not. I'm a statue. How can I attack you?
Well, what's ever behind me? Trying to
I can't
attack me.
control my fellow family
Well, why not?
because I'm a statue.
Well, then why are you trying to talk to me?
All I can do is talk. When people know all you do is talk, they can't really enforce rules.
Is there snow on the ground?
Yeah.
So why don't you listen for this?
That's a question for
Age-old question.
All you can do is talk. Nobody listens to you. Questions. All of the questions.
Fuck you!
I would have done it if you wouldn't knocked it over when you left the mic first.
I gather a bunch of snow and try to put him out.
put them out.
Yep.
Put up fire.
It's gonna take a while.
So now look, these monk assassins getting into a
Well,
snow.
why are you doing this? Well, we're battling a statue.
Just that's literally what just throwing snow at his
I
face.
just want you to know while this is happening, he's going, "Hey, stop it! What are you doing?
Sit down. Come on. You know.
Come here." All right, Brad, you still running to the back of the ship?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's what running as more of like a militaristic.
Canter?
Yeah.
Make one
Not
more.
a sprint.
Make one more deck save. This will come in the rest of the truth.
I remembered to roll my extra 1d4. Nice.
Yay! 13.
I haven't attacked anything yet, so I can't.
What was it?
13.
13.
And your weapon attack finish.
There's some small projectiles and other things that you have to dodge out of the way along the way, but you manage to do so. You finally get to the end of the corridor, and there's a door there that, well, there used to be a door there. You can tell by what remains of the frame. As you look past, you see what you can. Well, you can option. You see the power source. You see the massive 10 foot by 10 foot blue oscillating gem that is currently powering the entire ship. Also, with your knowledge, you know that the damage sustained to the ship is dangerously close to this power source. There's one more door to go through, and then you'll be at the complete ass end of the ship if you wish to do so.
Do you guys see any, like, enemies or whatever in the immediate vicinity?
No enemies, just a lot of gunfire. Rounds coming in from everywhere.
It's been going, like, not barge in, but, like, do the whole, open the door, look inside without the next entering room.
You look and you. This is actually a character question. Do you breathe oxygen?
I do.
You open the door and you immediately have to shut it because it's nothing but sense.
I'm fine. I breathe oxygen.
I forgot
I
about
don't need
lungs.
to.
Yeah, I forgot about your lungs. Okay, you open the door and you see the asset of the ship is gone. There is an enemy ship.
Science. When you just get blasted through the roof.
Yeah,
Well, if there's already a hole throughout the outside.
If you're still in a compressed air area.
yeah, once you open that door, you'd be sucked out into space.
Yeah.
Unless the
Yeah,
gravitational
discretion.
field is stronger.
Well, that's true.
Stronger than the vacuum space.
He's right next to the power source.
Where there's already a hole as well.
Yeah.
So the compression will be down already. For anyone else, they would have probably. There we go. Retcon, anyone else would have had trouble breathing from the entire source already because of the hole. I don't need to breathe. I can, but I don't need to.
The enemy ship is fast approaching, and it looks like it might be ready to break.
How close?
You have about 2 minutes. It's
Ugh.
10,000.
I'm gonna try and make. I want to make a pot shot at the pilot.
10,732 feet away.
So no.
Because we're in space.
If you can make that hot shot,
You don't have to worry about bullet drop.
I will give you inspiration in the next campaign.
You know what? You can see the bridge. You may take a shot if you wish.
Just normal or disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
This would be fucking epic.
Yeah, if you can actually hit this.
Six.
What was your action?
14. Both of them. Both were 14. With a plus 12 to hit.
What was your total?
26.
You get close, but you just miss. Nearly impossible splash.
That's
Still not bad for disadvantage.
yeah, right.
Okay, so yeah, there's a ship coming towards you. You just missed a shot. What do you wish to do?
We'll tell you this really quick on a tangent for a second. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, right? The D&D type video game. I saw somebody online rolled at disadvantage and got double nat 20s at disadvantage. I'm like, that is a fucking insane roll.
That is a mirror.
Yeah.
Well, I missed, so I'm going to move to see if there's any damage to the engine.
I didn't do it. So the large blue crystalline is in a clear, almost glass-like encasing, and the encasing itself is beginning to crack. But from here, roll a perception check to look at the orb.
12.
From what you can see, the orb looks okay, just the casing looks like it's going to break.
And it's a clear material.
Yes, it looks like glass, but it's not. You're not quite sure what substance it is.
I don't have anything that can do shit to that, so. Fuck, see if there's anything useful in the area.
What's investigation check?
Investigation. Thin. Nope. 11.
Does your weapon take ammunition?
I think all do technically, but one's an anti-matter rifle and the others are laser pistols, so.
You find some batteries that power your pistols. We'll get back to it. What are you doing?
Well, I've put my hilt back together.
Okay. Crystalness.
Crystalness.
You're sitting on a mat, moss, getting rained on, and nothingness.
So things are going well.
It's still raining, correct?
Absolutely.
How hard is it
You are getting drenched.
Hard enough to piss you off.
raining? I'm going to turn in the direction that I know that I came from through the door.
That you think you came from.
That I think I came from. And even though it's pitch black and I can't see, I'm going to start walking in that direction.
Okay. You take a few steps. You take a few more. And then a few more. Don't find anything.
I've only gone like 10 feet. Of course I'll find it.
After 20 minutes of walking, you still have yet to find it.
Part of the just things and when devices just started walking fine.
After that 20 minutes walk, I'm still in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be hunting something else. I got really nothing that I can do.
Is there nothing in your inventory / spells / anything?
My spells are Sacred Flame, Toll of the Dead, Mage Armor, my backpack, the tinderbox, the torch, which you've nixed already. I have Divine Sense. But I guess I'll use one of my Divine Senses. I'll just kind of sit there.
What's the description of divine sense before you use divine sense?
The presence of strong evil registers on your senses with a noxious odor, powerful good rings, like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open up your awareness and detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type of celestial fiend or undead of any being whose presence you sense. It's an identity of like a vampire. Within the same radius, you also can detect presence of any object, place or object that has consecrated or desecrated, as well as hollow spell.
Okay.
So I'll use one of those.
All right. As soon as you decide to use that, have you ever smelled smelling salts or ammonia packets?
No, but I've smelled stuff that's probably just as bad. So
Your nostrils are immediately hit with the stench of 12-day-old in the sun dying cattle.
ugh. I hate that you went there. Oh, I smell
I
that.
know the smelling salt, but you didn't smell smelling salts, so
That makes me nauseous.
roll a constitution to save your throat and see if you throw up.
I'm still saying it's smelling salts is probably even a stronger smell.
It's much sharper of a smell.
I know.
That's a 5.
If
I
the,
probably curl.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You heard him.
Do I know which way the smell's coming?
But as you throw up, where you threw up is now lit up. In that little 1 foot by 1 foot area, you see a nice little patch of moss.
you threw up rainbows.
We're in. It's just like one of my Japanese
I'm
anime.
having a snowball fight with the statue.
Yeah, right now. I do have a pitten. I technically have 10 pittons in my inventory. I'm gonna take one of those pittons out.
The fuck's a pity?
It's for climbing gear. It's for climbing gear.
Could have told me we were doing this. It would have brought my like.
We tested it earlier, and it picks everything up.
Yeah, it now that he's bumped up the sound on it, it picks it up really well.
Well, you know I have that professional mics.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I was honestly when we were gonna do the podcast, I was thinking about talking to you about that originally. But for right now, we've kind of nixed the podcast idea. So, I'm gonna take a pitten
Okay.
because pittons are sharp. I'm just gonna kind of slice my hand open. I will.
As soon as you slice your hand open,
I'm not gonna do it deep. I'm just gonna do it enough to draw blood.
as soon as you do that, your hand basically becomes.
God, everything's upside down and backwards now.
You can now see in a 5 foot radius. Currently, you're standing on a plot of moss with nothing except for rain
I want to take what?
and vomit.
And vomit.
glowing vomit.
I want to take my torch.
Okay.
And I want to take my hand and squeeze out more over top of the torch. You know what I mean? I'll gladly take a point of damage for it.
So you want to pour your blood on the torch?
Yes. I want to take, you know how like in movies and whatnot when they do like the, just something like a demon or something, you know, they you know.
Hey, you're gonna have to cut deeper than you did. Then.
Well, that's why I said I'll take a point of damage if I have to cut deeper to, you know.
Actually,
Yeah, go ahead and take a point of
Okay.
damage.
That's fine. and can I pour it over top of the torch? So that way the torch now becomes my beacon.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you can see in a 10-foot radius.
All right. If I wrap my hand, will that take down 5? Or is it because of the torch I have the 10?
The torch.
Okay. So then I want to wrap my hand in a bandage or something like that to. Okay. That
Roll a medicine check to see how weak.
is an 8. How low do I wrap my hand?
You pick up some moss.
There you go. All right. Well, I'll pick up some moss and I'll put it on my hand, and then I'll take
Starts wrapping, it sneezes.
I'll take a cut off of my robe, and I'll wrap my hand with the robe and cloths. If you'll be okay with that.
Fair enough.
Not the blue spot.
And then I'll hold the torch up, and I'll just continue to walk them.
Any specific direction?
Well, you said the absolute horrendous smell is coming from everywhere. Do I
How
need to
long
make
does that last?
until my next turn?
So
Well, at least it was only 6 seconds.
So you're really just like,
I want to roll a perception check within this 10 feet to see if I can see any kind of like
it throws up and realizes it's everywhere.
not like any kind of thing in the ground points like road-wise, stones. Fuck off.
There's moss.
Anything like that.
Okay. You have a singular beacon. That is your glowing vomit.
That's a 15.
You see a stone. As you're looking around on the 10-foot radius, you see all this moss. But on that one part of moss, there's a small pebble-like stone.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I want to go take a look at that.
Okay.
I bend down, obviously, and as I get closer, can I actually like inspect it with?
You may roll an investigation check.
It's a 7.
Looks like
All right, then I want to.
Yes.
But
This rock is made of rock.
But as you're looking at this pebble, whether you're going crazy or what, but you think it starts to move.
It's so afraid of
And back to you, Corey.
So afraid of this.
So, are you trying to put them out entirely? After a good 15 minutes, you put out all of the fire, and this wooden statue crumbles. And now you're just looking at a pile of it.
So the fire was sustaining him. I touched the statue.
Voices quiet. No more talking.
So as I was doing this, is he's just like slowly dying? Like yelling at me like, ah, ah, ah.
Yeah.
You killed home. How dare you? You home wrecker.
Is there anything you would like to do in this moment? Roll a perception check.
13.
As you're standing there thinking about what to do, you see a small, almost like a shimmer underneath
So many rings.
Best in space, man. Right? What?
I told you.
I have to go and travel through it, pick up shine it.
Okay. As you push some of the rubble aside, you find a dagger.
Does it look fancy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You pick up this dagger. It's in the shape of a dagger, just a normal dagger.
It's not a dagger.
But what's really throwing you off is the fact that it's either polished extremely well or it's made out of mirror-like material.
Nice. You can see Dumbledore's brother in it.
Out of character, do you know what that is?
No.
Thank you for understanding that. Thank you.
It is the blade of broken years.
Blade of broken ears from the flaming statue.
Where was the living statue? All of a sudden, He looks at it and he just sees an eyeball.
Oh, you will now be haunted by the stench of home forever.
Why did we about the exact same thing at the same time?
It's an artifact out of the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount.
Ooh, we're going for a roller.
Just so you can find it.
Don't think I have any stuff. I did it for all that nonsense.
Well,
Hang on.
I'm gonna go buy it really quickly and then download it. Hey,
Basically.
it's for throwing. I don't know why, but it feels like it'd be a good throwing knife. Down.
No.
I know. Technically, it wouldn't be, but like just the feel of it.
Still no.
as you
You just want to throw.
as you put it into the folds of your cloak.
Wait, is it a dormant, awakened, or exalted?
It's probably dormant.
What would you like it?
Oh, he's gonna pick exalted if you give him a chance. You're gonna give him the choice. He's gonna pick exalted.
I mean, let me look.
It's like double.
Can I break more?
Yeah, why are you giving the guy who loves to break things that choice?
Because I'm running a broken campaign, and every single one of you needs to be a fucking god or better, or you're all.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna die a lot.
And you know what's coming for the pet of the BBG, and none of these guys do.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
I know, but now I really fucking want to, but I can't.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't even know what the fuck it is anyway.
Oh, no, you would.
Oh, it's something from out of the.
No, it's in D&D, but it's one of the things that a lot of people know, but 10 times worse.
Mm-hmm. You've already encountered one. Well, you've actually encountered the child of one.
Yeah, I mean, exalted.
Then you now have the Exalted. And as you put it into the folds of your cloak, you're back into the middle of the corridor, or what used to be the corridor. Now just looks like a bore drilled through it.
Oh, good. So I'm in actuality.
Just typically how it goes. He's in hell, he's in somewhere, and you're normal.
In the real world.
It's fucking Wonderland. It's like puke. It's like
An artifact killing a statue.
I'm like, I love the fact that I'm the one doing the weird, stupid shit. Meanwhile, he's getting in a snowball fight with a statue. He's throwing rainbows. That's fucking.
Alright. We'll get back to you in a second. What are you doing? Where does that leave you off?
I collected some additional batteries.
That's
pistols.
You staying in this room, you going somewhere where you
No, that was just wires and.
I forget. What was your perception roll or investigation roll?
So this is the investigation 11.
That's not that hard to find. On the door to where the ship was blown apart, missing part, you find an actual map
Oh, cool.
that you can take off the door and use to get to wherever you need to go. For the ship.
Okay. Is there anything on the map that says weapons? Like ship weapons?
There is an armory. There is a main cannon. There's secondary firing cannons, and there are.
Are the cannons visible on the exterior of the ship, or do they come out when in use?
There's like a door that opens up to reveal the main cannon. The secondary cannons are just there. They're always useful.
Guessing the main cannon is like forward.
Yeah, it's like running down the spine. Of
I
the ship.
make a beeline towards the secondary cannon control.
As you think of the secondary cannon control, the map teleports you there instantly.
I look around for a second, realize what the fuck just happened, go to the controls.
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception. 9.
That's not that hard. Inside this room, there are 4 human-like people manning the controls. There isn't an empty control station. What would you like to do?
All 4 of them get a mental image of the ship behind us. From like an actual, like they can realize it's behind us.
They all in unison say, "Yes, yes, we know, we know."
Then they get an image in their heads of cannons firing.
We know. We tried. She's broken.
They get a sensation of where.
Sure it is.
And I'm like holding the map in front of one of them when I do that.
One of them turns around and is looking at the map and sees where you currently are. In the room directly, 2 rooms directly behind, there is a mechanical access port. It's where the cannon connects to the main fire mechanism. That's what he points.
I think about going there.
And you immediately are transported there. When you get there, roll a perception check. Or investigation if you're looking specific.
Wow.
Holy fuck. What? Keep going. I'll keep going.
13. To see where it is that I need to go.
Well, when you're looking there, you see, even though it's a massive freaking cannon, it looks like a giant hammer of tools. And it's broken. It's misaligned. It doesn't look like it's cracked or anything. It doesn't look like it's cracked or anything, but it looks like it's just kind of pushed out of place.
Is there anyone around or anything significant size besides that? Not really. No. Any rods, pipes, or anything?
Not currently available, but you can break one off if you want to.
I would try to break one off that doesn't look like it's vital.
Well, the strength check with advantage.
With advantage?
Yes, if
I'll
you
try
try to
with that.
find. Yeah.
And have limited, at least, knowledge of ships.
Yeah. Very nice. So you find a 5-foot long pipe that's 3 inches wide. And that should be perfect to try to shift this thing back to the house.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. Just for strength or athletics, just to try to use the lever. DC's not very high, if that helps.
What?
Your music.
20.
20?
Dirty 20.
Okay.
It rolled twice. So I went with the first.
You put your weight into it, it doesn't take much, and the entire hammer shifts back upright. And as soon as you do that, you need to make a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way from it starting to crack.
23.
23?
It was like this close to being a 1. So I was like, click. 19.
Alright. So you dive out of the way, and as you hit the floor, the cannon fires. And now, do you have ears? Ear holes? Eardrums?
It's more of, insects more here through vibration.
Your entire body is now vibrating for the next 10 seconds from the blast.
I'm just kind of laying on the floor, covering antenna and eyes, waiting for it to stop. Just, firing. Hit the deck.
With that cannon shot, you hear Kind of hear vibrations that you assume is cheering from the floor above you in the room. You think that the cannon firing just took out the enemy ship.
I'm assuming by this point, just because of when we used to be having them and doing it, the map is in my sub arms.
Mm-hmm.
That way I'm able to do things. And I think of going back to the cannon control room.
Okay, you are immediately transported there.
And they immediately get a questioning thought of the enemy ship.
Destroyed. All right. And with the enemy ship destroyed and you're still in Wonderland, we're going to take a break.
Fair enough.
I rolled all my artifact properties.
What did you do?
He rolled his artifact properties.
Very good.
Because they come with detrimental and positive properties.
3.5 hours? I took a 3.5 hour fucking nap.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't lay down,
You didn't even respond to my snap this morning.
No.
Jerk.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I just saw
Boy,
your
that was
text.
badass.
I sent him the armor. Well, I sent him was without the axe earlier. I sent him just the armor. I was like, look at my fucking armor.
Yeah.
And he just never replied.
That's because right when I opened it, that's when I went. Oh, I found out too that I fucked up about work. Yeah. But it doesn't matter anyways, because I'm in his shit list to begin with, so he would have never allowed me to leave anyways.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because I found out for first aid and safety, you actually bring your van home, and you only go to Canton or Cleveland or wherever you're close to once a month to restock on supplies. Yeah. So it's been a great thing, but because I'm on his shit list, he was going to deny me anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so fair enough. All right. So getting back into it, we left off with you. So we're on to you.
Now I do detect magic.
So you're immediately blinded.
Figures.
yeah, I was gonna say, really detect magic in a place where everything is clearly magic. Question: is his blood blinding him, or is that the only dark space?
Everything.
Well, I was just gonna think that alternate where it's the only thing not magical. So because he's human.
That is true. How long does that last?
One action.
Yeah. Concentration up to 10 minutes. So I can
So you can immediately go.
Yeah, I can immediately and then be like, okay. Because it's cantrip, I can do it multiple fucking times. I'm gonna throw out an Eldritch Blast. See how far it goes. It goes up. What I can see is up to 300 feet.
The one with the cut on your hand, or the one that's holding a torch?
The cut on my hand.
It hits the moss that you packed into your wound, and you roll damage.
Okay, see, the way that I always thought an Eldritch Blast happened, like any kind of spell happened, it didn't fully come out of your hand. It started like here. You know what I mean? Like, think of like a flame from Avatar. How it's not fully out of their hand. It's kind of like floating above their hand. That's how I always figured those spells were. Not that it like physically came out of my hand like a fucking... like Scorpion's fucking spear.
Question. Isn't he God? And didn't you put moss from a completely different plane on your hand?
Yeah, well,
Still please roll damage.
D10. Let's do this. That's 6.
You take 6 points of damage.
Your hand explode.
Name a damage type that I am resistant to.
Necrotic?
Oh, shut up.
Bludgeoning's a good one.
Huh?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning.
Alright, fine. Since that didn't work, I wanna see if I can pick up the pebble and actually an example.
You may look for the pebble.
Pebble's gone.
Well, roll an investigation check.
Artifact of the chance. That's just damage being resistant to one damage type. Choose by here. By here.
Investigation or perception.
Wait, what's the first law to the DM?
Oh, okay. I've never seen it.
I'm just gonna keep walking. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking.
You walk for what feels like 4 miles. You don't know how much time has passed because in this plane of existence, time is very weird.
It's not in a straight line.
It's wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Will be.
You feel like you've lived a lifetime, but you only have been there for 5 minutes. So like working as adults.
Right.
After you walk what feels like 4 miles, you start to see some kind of stone silhouette, almost like maybe an altar on the very edge of your light. Like this.
10 feet away from you?
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the altar.
Roll perception. It's not.
That's a 13.
You see a flat, almost like table bench where you would assume occupancy come on. Well, right directly behind them is a statue of a woman with long flowing blonde hair.
You fucking fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Is this what I think it is that we've been talking about back and forth? No.
I honestly don't remember what we were talking about that.
Continue that.
Long flowing blonde hair, roughly 7 feet tall. She's holding her hands out like this, and inside is a blue, almost pearlescent type.
I'm guessing it was what you're talking
Considering I can't remember, so we'll see if it is.
It makes it even funnier.
You're doing this simply because you know I want to touch you.
I mean, the orb itself is roughly. Let me ask you.
Is it faceted?
I don't know. Did you try moving it?
I'm just looking at it.
Faceted.
It's cupped in her hands. Her hands are around. You don't know.
Faceted.
Yeah, faceted. Facets.
Is it smooth or diamond-y? Like,
Facets.
It's like this, but in nearly circular motion.
Faceted.
Thank
you. Multi-faced.
That was the best way of me being able to show you what I meant.
It looks like a dodecahedron.
Yeah.
Because his words don't work.
I used the correct word. I said faceted.
Yes, and then you lost all the other words.
So what do you do?
Because your attempt to further describe faceted was faceted.
I'm going to touch the orb. I'm going to pick it up. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Because I'm a fucking dumbass and I already know what's
10 force damage, because fuck you.
I already know what's going to happen.
As you pick up the orb, nothing happens. I can see the murder in your eyes. Man, what a challenge my inner person here.
So nothing happens with the orb.
You have an orb in here.
What's the orb look like up close? Like close to my face. Instead of it being cupped in a hand, is there any difference in the orb, different colorations? Is there a swirl going on?
The best way to describe it is it looks like a pearl, but cut like a gem.
I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to focus on it.
Roll a Constitution save.
There it is. That's a 20, a dirty 20.
You feel yourself being pulled somewhere. Maybe towards the orb, maybe to this guy you don't know. But you're going to shake it off. And nothing happens.
I'm going to put the orb into my robes Because I'm guessing I have like pockets inside my robes. I'm gonna put the orb inside of my robes. And I'm going to
need for pockets.
I'm gonna take everything off of my hand.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's still bloody.
Yeah. It's starting to heal.
Well, it
but
just
it's
exploded.
I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna press it onto the altar.
Okay.
And just leave it there for the blood to.
As the blood's pulling off of your hand and it soaks into this little stone table, the blood itself looks like it's being absorbed, like the table itself is a sponge. Do you keep your hand on there?
Is it doing anything to me? Except for absorbing the blood?
No.
Do I feel weaker?
No.
Then I'll keep it there for another couple seconds.
Okay. A few seconds go by, and you hear a click.
Okay.
The table itself vibrates a little bit, but nothing else happens.
I'm gonna take my hand off. Is there like a imprint of my hand or anything?
Right where your hand was, there's now there's a seam like this.
Is it too smooth to where I can't get my fingers in it?
Probably get your fingers in there and try to do something.
I want to try and pull it apart.
Okay. It's quite easy.
Okay.
It slides over like a well lubricated leaf tape.
Okay.
No, I understand. And as you do that, a hand statue thingy comes out of the table. In the palm of that hand is an amulet.
Always so terrified to do this in your campaigns. I'll pick up the amulet.
Okay, you pick up the amulet. The hand recesses back in the table.
Okay.
What do you do with the amulet?
I'm going to meditate on. Huh?
Don't be a pussy.
I'm going to meditate on the amulet to attune to it so I know what it is. Because I don't have identify object. So the only way to do that.
Also, Jimmy doesn't let you just know what it is.
I thought if you meditated on it and attuned it, it did.
Nope.
Also, attuning takes a whole night.
What's the amulet look like?
This is
Artifacts automatically do, but that's just nature.
what did you say?
What's the amulet look like?
Artifacts are the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Was I was going to grab it. Next thing you know, I'm cursed.
So, in the centerpiece of this pendulum looks like the same kind of material stone that the orb was made out of, but a lot smaller, a lot more flat. Two white stones on either side of it, two blue ones, two red ones. Just a nice gold chain on the front of the rest.
How big is this thing?
17.
We're talking like.
The main gem is like this big.
Holy fuck! This thing's like this big.
Gem. So like there's the main gem, and you got two little ones and two smaller ones.
Yeah, the whole thing's like this big.
So if you were to have it on your neck, it would roll down like this, and there's
It would look like you
gem.
just.
Oh, okay. Well, the way that I was thinking was it was in a circular, because you said it's a pendant. So I thought it'd be in a circular.
No, just the main.
Okay, so the main's in a circular, and then it's a gem on top of that, and then a gem on top of that.
Yeah.
There's a gold chain.
Think like a parrot thing.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It's a necklace.
I'll put it on.
Okay, put it on.
Is there anything else around me besides this altar?
Not that you know of. Again, you can only see within 10 feet.
I'm going to walk around the altar fully,
Okay.
but I'm basically going to go like 10 feet away from the altar. So that way I keep the altar in my vision at all times.
Okay.
And like just the edge of the altar, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I'm going to walk around the altar to see if there's anything else. With Mike's campaign, yes, I am.
There, as you're walking around, you don't. Just have a
I will take out the orb, and I'll see if the orb connects, like if there's anything that comes between the necklace.
I got a third level spell from the thing. It didn't specify if you chose it or I chose it. You good with haste?
Sure.
Okay.
I guess I'll keep walking.
As you take, or excuse me, as you walk 30 feet away from this altar, everything fades to black. Even the gothic torch that you have is a few seconds go by, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw. The bullet's coming right towards you.
Great! Good thing Dex is one of my better ones. How much damage do I take?
You don't take. Well, it wasn't that one.
No, it was a 5.
You try to dodge out of the way, but you accidentally run into Scuggy. You're back on the ship in the corner.
And I look about 10 times later.
We know that!
I mean, I'm 4 foot and a cat. 10 pounds is probably a lot.
Fine, then I pick you up and I strap your neck.
As you do that, you feel the blade on your neck.
Okay. I made some mistakes. I've got you like this. I'm just like, I'm sorry.
And there you go.
I am. I pick you up and the blade's like here, like this. I'm just like, listen, it has been a moment. I am sorry. I will put you back down. I look at you and I go, what the absolute hell was going on?
So I'm assuming they appeared on the corridor after the whole thing.
And everything kind of is on fire?
Yeah, the ship is a wreck.
Okay.
You still are in the control room, I think.
Oddly enough,
Control room.
everything within 30 feet of me is not on fire.
Fair enough.
And as I walk, it gets extinguished.
Are we all getting something cool, I take it?
Depends on his mood.
You're getting something cool because it's an inside joke.
It is what I thought it was, isn't it, you fucktard?
I don't know what you.
I got rid of this goddamn beacon!
No, it's something else.
No, something I would give you.
And you can't be all angry. Everybody in your campaign got something cool. I was so left out to dry. Just because I was so fucking badass.
No, you were gonna get something later on in the game.
I just was left out in the fucking dry.
We had plans for you.
Well, to be fair,
We did.
you ended the whole campaign without your cool stuff.
Well, yeah, because everybody was getting theirs and I was not. You made a new character and then got something already. So
The way that I had it planned was each of you was gonna find a dragon, and you were gonna each be blessed by by the dragon that you found.
If it makes you feel better, your story arc was right after the mountain.
It really was. It honestly was. His story arc, and then it was your story arc.
yeah, it's just like he made a new character and got his already. And
That's because when we made the campaign, it was all set up, and because he made a new character, his line was still before yours.
Yes. It still happened to where it was before.
Didn't hurt that my race was perfectly matched.
Yes.
Yes.
What we were gonna give you,
they gave me a cool helmet and then they destroyed it.
what we were
That was
gonna
him.
what we were gonna give you, you were going to get a better staff that had a gem that basically made you.
I already was.
I know,
Yeah.
but you were going to be able to do a hell of a lot more with it. So,
I'm sad because I also wanted the staff that he would apparently was going to get.
I had to build that throughout the entire campaign.
I know, but I wanted that. I didn't care if I waited until the end of the campaign.
his staff and your staff were basically comparable to each other.
Because, no, it's the spells that his staff had made so much sense for me.
I understand that.
We aren't mad at that campaign's over. It's destroyed. It's a black hole. So
Anyways, I'm saying, you can't complain. Shut up.
I look at you and
10
go,
force damage says fuck.
I go again, and I go, what the hell?
I had no clue. I just got here.
Fair enough. It seems like I have two.
I killed a statue.
Good for you. I
Fed a statue.
have this. I pull the orb out of my robes, and I go, I have this.
As you pull that out, you hear over the somewhat questionable quality stereo
Well, I'm sure there would be some in the rooms, so it would probably be echoing throughout.
Yeah.
Like the corridor would have none left, but
I need all of you to report back to the command center, the conference room. Thank you.
real quick, is the captain in this command room when he says that?
No.
Okay.
What do they call you?
You can call me Stu.
Atlas.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Hostility.
Well, I kind of did just pick him up by the scruff of the neck, and he threatened to end my life, so...
To be fair, you picked him up by the scruff of the neck.
There's a little bit of hostility there.
I'm sure every cat would be like, fuck.
So little thing.
So
Except it would be a hammer drop on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't moving until you pull me down.
I'm going to assume you just teleport there.
Oh, yeah.
You're back in the conference room.
You have the teleportation ability?
I do it in the ship.
Fair enough.
Were you not around for that?
He was not paying attention.
No, I had to go take a call from Tracy to get our fucking food.
No.
That was way
Yeah.
after that.
I think you might have been messing around with your magic.
Okay,
Because you were sitting there.
I don't remember the teleportation thing.
No, I have the actual map.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough. Okay. Well,
Which is currently sitting in my interface.
Well, then I guess, because I don't realize that I'm going to walk back to the conference room. Hopefully get back to the conference room. I need to get back to the conference room.
and yes, like I said, as we walk, when I get within 30 feet of the thing, it just goes.
Is that from your thing?
Yeah. Fair enough. It's one of the dead true minutes.
No, 20, 30 minutes.
I mean, you can't code.
Well, when in the previous campaign,
The magical fire.
when Uriel would bring out his sword, the same thing would happen anyways, because he had the frost sword. So when he would happen, that would happen.
But you can put that away.
Yes, I know. That just happens on.
Yeah, you just.
Anywho, continue.
Which really is going to suck. I split it.
Very much so.
I have a code of very.
Continue.
This for you. Well, maybe you continue.
Research to be done.
I'm assuming you both head back to the conference room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So after a couple wrong turns and some blocked off passages, you guys make it back. And how do you say your name, by the way? Kretak? Okay. Kretak is already. Do you guys sit? Do you guys stand? What do you do?
I come into the room and what's in the room? How's the room look? Is there anybody in it besides us? Is the commander there?
Yeah, the commander's there at the podium. The 4 chairs are still there. The room's dented, beat up, but it's functional.
Okay, then I look at the commander and I go, what the absolute fuck?
Instantly, there's an image of an enemy ship being shot at in your head.
How was that?
How's your doing it?
I just kind of look at you and I'm just like,
The Empire, an Empire scout ship found us and tried to take us down.
where was I teleported to?
Don't know. What are you talking
I was teleported to a legitimately black-ass place that wasn't here. I walked through a door, next thing I know, I'm teleported to this dark place.
Great. Freedom fighters are enlisting drug addicts.
Or enlisting what?
Drug addicts. Anyway.
At least we're not liars like you guys. So there's a stealth ship.
Yes, I'm curious about that too. If this is a stealth ship, then how the hell did we get noticed?
Because we weren't stealthed.
Why wouldn't we be stealth?
Because we're deep into freedom fighter territory. An Empire ship shouldn't have been out this far.
So their stealth capabilities are better than ours, though.
More or less, I was taking a nap and you guys were in.
I was actually in a forest.
Multiple trophies.
I pull out the dagger and I got it this there.
What you do on your Special trips is none of my concern.
Put the dagger back.
This brings up the question again. What about the rest of the goddamn crew that should have been looking out for this? Who the hell is manning the ship?
Have you
They
not
just get a mental image of the 4 guys sitting at the cannon things.
We have a crew.
Obviously, not a good enough crew, because they should have noticed this.
They did. Too late. We were loading up supplies, and then they attacked our warp drives.
So real image of the whole.
We need those, don't we?
We do, which is why I called you all here.
So we're sitting ducks.
This is why I called you all here.
Images of the cracks in the power.
I look at you and I go, is this what you do? Is this how you speak?
I still want you to just picture a thumbs up in his head.
Get a mental image of yourself going.
You could have seen the code like this then.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You get a mental image of the door from our side where there was no key.
Oh, I'm gonna have so many migraines this campaign.
In the attack, our power supply has been damaged. Luckily, the mining planet that supplies those crystals isn't too far away. That is where we're heading. We would like you guys to teleport planet side and get us a new crystal.
Speaking of crystals, I'm going to summon my lightsaber and I'm going to click it on. I click it back off.
As he clicks it on, there's another knife, another dart next to his.
As I feel the tiny little dart, I just look down at you and go, not for you.
The more this is playing, I can't help but picture in my mind. Every time you do that, I just think of Bootsy.
You mean Puss in Boots?
Yes, Bootsy. Puss in Boots, Boots.
I've never heard anybody called.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody call Bootsy either. I'm like, who the fuck's Bootsy?
His name is Puss in Boots.
Yes, Puss in Boots.
Okay, the chick, the cat, girl cat calls it black cat. Yes.
Black cat.
Okay, she does know. Just the Star one that came out was really good.
Never seen it, so.
It's actually a really good movie.
Like everything I've seen of it was like look good.
I haven't seen it, so that makes sense.
Legitimately one of the most terrifying villains in an animated movie.
We were talking about that, and I've seen.
Huh?
Death.
I saw the last fight scene with him. That was pretty bad.
I don't know if the captain was looking at all of this happening, but he probably would have noticed that after the whole lightsaber was put away and everything, my hand comes out of the inside of my jacket.
Great, so none of us trust each other. That's even better.
While this is all
But you suddenly just whip out a weapon.
No,
I'm just going to be ready.
I don't even whip it out. I just go like this, and it forms in my.
Well, yeah, but you still whip out your weapon.
You know, already could assume attack me.
Yeah, and I literally, all I did was really just palm my gun right.
while this is happening, the captain pulls out a cigar and lights in. Wait for you guys to be done.
No, he doesn't.
That's the last one. His lighter doesn't work, so he just uses his.
Oh!
And then as he pulls away, Sardar goes,
It's magic fire.
not after the cigar leaves, like the fire leaves, it just becomes normal fire again.
I have a funny feeling this is going to be 10 force damage.
Ember.
Yeah, the Ember
It's not
might
even
be
a
vegetable fire. Sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair.
Like, I don't know if it's just the embers red.
It says flame, so.
Flame, that's not what it is, so that could still
We
work.
don't know. So he tries to light the cigar, and he gets one puff in and goes out again. Anyways,
How do we get down to the planet? And what are we going to...
Thank God you don't use gunpowder.
Right.
fire campaign.
Yeah, one half. Yes.
It's actually 30 feet away from me.
Yes.
Which, considering I have a rifle,
Yeah. For most part, on most moves, most turns, you can move around 120 feet. It's perfectly possible.
oh yeah.
Anywho, what are we going to encounter? on this planet.
It's a basic mining planet. Normal townsfolk, hardworking, very kind. Not very well off, but the place is.
Yeah, 120 right now.
Are they friendly to the rebel?
Yeah, they're under freedom. They supply all the freedom fighters' ships' power sources.
Fine, let's go topside.
Well, because we don't have warp drives, it's going to take us 2 days to get there. So rest up, eat up, and leave me the fuck alone. I'll see you in 2 days.
As he goes to walk away, he gets a mental image of repair supplies and like a questioning feeling.
I'm going to say I love this. I absolutely 110% love
Now,
this.
here's my. If somebody thinks back to you, do you understand that, or do they
No.
have to speak? They have to speak.
It is a one-way telepathy process. If they have telepathy, I can hear it. And it doesn't matter what languages
He
you know,
sends
you will
a
understand.
message to you on the planet.
All of a sudden, I'm just gone.
So what are you guys doing? 2 days. There's going to be minor repairs done to the ship. Food's going to be oatmeal, because that's what can be easily made. So,
Out of curiosity, how does teleportation visually?
you just vanish.
Nice.
Have you seen Variables of the Bridge?
Huh?
Have you seen Variables of the Bridge?
Can you?
Can he boop? Pop. Pop.
Goku's instant transmission from Dragon Ball Z.
Or you just like,
You know what? Sure.
can we all do it?
No.
That's a map, bitch.
Because it's in my pockets, you don't even know because it's hiding my subarm, so it just literally grabs it and is. So you're just like talking to him. Okay,
You
we
two
got
roll a
this.
perception check.
And his command just goes.
Hey, not fun.
You find a map on the back. I pocket it.
I'm going to go back to my room and rest because I've taken quite a bit of damage already. So I'm going to go back to my room and rest. Let's fucking get to my room.
Have you taken 1 damage?
No, I've taken more than
Yeah. 6.
technically seven.
7.
Technically seven.
I'm just gonna train on my dummy.
As you think of your dummy, you're immediately transported back to your room.
So he's just standing there next to me, and he just goes,
Well, you see him fiddle around in the back of the room, then start walking, all of a sudden. Now, because of the whole thing with the hallway, do the rooms still have their doors, or
Some of them.
does mine?
Yes, yours is fine.
Okay.
Mine?
Yes, yours is fine.
is the commander still in the conference room with me?
Oh god. He left. He was the first one out.
He probably booked it out of there, tried to get away from us.
He wants to go light a cigar. Barely being around you fuckers, that's not.
I make my way back to my room.
Okay. A few wrong turns. You're falling down a non-existent ladder that you switched.
Do I have to make a dexterity save?
No, you just fall. You don't take damage, but you're just like, well,
Can I make an acrobatics throw to see if I can land on my feet, please?
sure. With disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
You don't know the ship that well.
Because you're falling on uneven ground that's been damaged.
That's a 22, bitch, with disadvantage.
You land. You happy now?
Yes, I am. Something good finally
You get
happened.
back to your room doesn't have.
I do that. The moment I was like,
Yep, you're not fine. Fuck, yep, you're not fine.
You know what?
Campaign, but probably the section.
You know what? Fuck you, Forrest. It's because of all the shit I did to Creed. Previous time.
Creed, Byron, Boney, Dave, Splashy.
Poor Dave. He made it so far.
This is going to be a fuck you, Forrest campaign because of everything I've done to him. This will literally be. Remember the 10 force damage because fuck you? I'm going to take more. I can guarantee before this campaign ends, I take more fuck you damage than anyone.
Mark your dates.
Yeah.
So you're only 3 away from catching up.
I wouldn't say arguably because it'd probably be 6 because he already did the one on himself.
That's true. That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, so 6.
4 away from catching up.
Anyways, you're back at your room and you see a doorless. The rooms on either side still have their doors.
I have a funny feeling you're not going to allow me to move rooms.
Oh, you could try it.
Then fine, I go to 22 and I see if I can.
You go. Do you know the code?
There were no codes. No, there weren't. There weren't any codes on the door rooms.
So you open the door,
He's going to drive me
and it's a
insane.
carbon copy of your room.
Fine. Then I take that room and I go lay down on my bed and I just.
As you close your eyes,
Oh, God.
all you hear in the back of your head. On repeat for the next 20 minutes. Back to you two. You teleported out first. So you went to your room? What are you doing? Did just in? Anything you wish to do, accomplish, rest?
I'm just waiting till we get to our objective.
It's a long rest.
Sure. For them, yeah. What do you do?
Just familiarize myself with the now minor dagger, so on the train, it just.
It's a short rest.
For you, no. You have been plagued by the infinite power for the night.
You said it only lasted 20 minutes.
That's because you woke up. You got tired.
Whenever you're asleep, it's going.
I rip it off of my neck and I toss it across the room along with the orb. And then I go back to sleep. Do I get a long rest now?
Yeah.
I have a very funny feeling this amulet is going to be something I'm going to want, but I'm going to be plagued with this fucking curse.
But too bad if it needs attunement, you need to wear it while
I know, right? In order to get the benefits, you need to it. Which means you have to sell it for a night.
like Creed suffered every night.
No, not every night. I gave him at least 4 nights.
Next 3 levels where he had nightmares every night.
Fine. I'll wear it and I won't get a long rest.
How are you gonna wear it?
No,
You ripped it off.
I take it over to my workbench.
To be fair, you have to be pretty strong to just break a magical item.
He's got a point.
You try to put the amulet back on, but the metal clasp is bent outward so it doesn't fully stay.
Then I go to my workbench and I fix it to where it stays. I feel like a magical item like that wouldn't have a clasp. It would just be a constant, an infinity.
It's the amulet power.
Then I try to fix the clasp.
Okay. You do so.
I put it back on.
Okay.
I grab you.
Okay.
I lay down.
Okay.
I kill myself.
Okay.
Moving on.
Next, roll new character, please.
Well, nothing the light warrior, new clone of your exact self.
With the amulet of power.
Because they already have the DNA.
I already fail safe. You're suffering.
Good luck.
You are not escaping. Because of your turmoilous rest, you are now attuned to the amulet, but not the beacon. And you take 1 point of exhaustion. And you do not complete the bonus. Motherfucker. You are. Does that require attunement?
Artifacts automatically too.
Okay, well, you're attuned
Because
to
of the whole cursing nonsense of them.
Wait, since I'm cursed, that's not an artifact.
You're not cursed.
It's not.
Of course I'm cursed!
It's not an artifact.
Don't.
You're not cursed. It's just really annoying. You're not cursed, you just wish you were. 'Cause that means you chose this.
After tuning, you gain the properties of luck. You can reroll 2 saving throws or attack rolls a day.
I can use haste as many times a day as I want, as long as after I use it, I don't roll a d6, 6 on the d6.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Why, do you have to roll a d6 to use it?
After I use it, I roll a d6, and if I roll a 6, I can no longer use it till the next dawn. But other than that, I can just
Do the roll. I'll put in the 6 because the roll. I should have
Don't always be like
this. You'll move on one of them. We'll be fine.
But you have luck.
saying you gotta do the beacon.
You gave me the beacon?
You had it. You had both of them.
I didn't know it was the beacon.
No, you attuned to the amulet.
No, never mind. Just let it go. Let it go. Just okay, move on. Let's move on.
He thought he was tuning both. If you thought they were both one thing.
No, I didn't think I know they're both 2 different things. It's just never mind, continue.
It's the next morning. 2 of the 3 wake up with a nice rest. They're ready to tackle the day. One is hating his life. What do you guys wish to do here? One after.
I'm gonna sleep.
We'll get to that. Still have a beacon.
I understand that.
We'll get to you in a minute.
So it's like trash in the middle hallway, right?
Yeah, you notice some of the repair bots are slowly working on it, but it's going to take a while.
So they're like things hanging out, hanging down, and everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start just practicing doing flips and loops and stuff through them, like with like in a combat area where you're doing things around things.
Just make a general acrobatics check.
As you grab one of them and instantly get shocked.
28, 24, I believe.
As you go to grab one of them and realize it's a live wire, and you grab the next one, so it's
And whoop.
There's a few times where you slip up a little bit, but overall, very, very low.
Yeah, at any point you come out, you just see me.
oh no, I haven't left my room. I'm staying in my
Okay, maybe you. Just peek your head out.
No, I popped out into the mess hall.
So you go down to the mess hall just to eat. There is obviously oatmeal. There is a salad, and there is eggs and bacon. What is it?
I just take some oatmeal.
Okay.
And then
Fair enough.
I can only imagine the crew's reaction. Giant fucking bug man walks over and takes some oatmeal.
Well, considering they buy all the other too.
Is there anything else you're doing next week?
I'll get food too.
I have rations, so before I go back to sleep, like I take the amulet off and go back to sleep.
So bad. I was gonna make you.
I know. Before I go back to sleep, I take the amulet off. I put it on my workbench. I eat a ration, so that way I'm not going to suffer any effects from that. And then I'm gonna go back to sleep. Okay.
With the beacon
With the beacon.
in your pouch or in your hand.
I'll just have it to where like as I'm laying there, I'm just kind of like filling with it like I am right now, as I just drift slowly off to sleep.
As you drift off into the vast expanse of the dreamless world, you hear in the back of your head, it's the first time in a long time where you didn't have a dream, you didn't hear voices, you don't feel anything, and you wake up in the best and most restful night's sleep you've ever had.
And I'm attuned to the long rest takes care of all of that. I recover the one thing of exhaustion too, correct?
Yes.
Like one. Okay. I wasn't sure. I just figured I'd ask just in case. So, is the amulet in D&D to actually get, or is it just one of those things that I'll have to remember?
I can probably put it in between now and next session.
That's fine if you want to do that. Okay.
Um, as you wake up, the orb.
Do I still have the cut on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's been replaced by a scar.
Okay.
The orb in your hand is not there.
Okay. I'll check my pouches.
Roll an investigation check.
Well, if I'm gonna, can I, with that, since I'm on an investigation check, can I check my pouches on my body, my bed, and underneath my bed?
Sure.
It's a 9. Can't roll worth dick.
You do not see it.
Can I focus on it to see if I can summon it to my hand? Like my sword? Can I see if I can focus it and summon it on my hand?
You focus on it and you feel a tether to it. It doesn't summon in your hand like your saber does, but you feel the orb embedded directly below your heart.
You floored me.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder where this is going to go.
I wonder too.
What powers do I get with this?
I don't know. You want to find out.
Fair enough.
You feel that it's there, but you can't see it, can't touch it.
If I is there any bulge or anything? Is it just okay? Fair enough.
It kind of makes sense.
9,522.
Through all the training throughout the day, do I realize that I have haste now?
I figured you would.
That's why I kind of decided to train all day, because, again, we don't know our attributes with our shit
That's true.
without it, so I figured me training all day, eventually I might just accidentally activate haste and realize,
What else I want to do is I'll put on back on the amulet
Okay.
and I'll go see if I can find
Alright. Okay, where do you go look for it?
his room. I feel like I would have known which room his was since they picked their rooms before I did.
You go to where you think
And
his
mine
room
was
is,
just one.
Yeah, his was the easiest one to get to.
and you're about to open the door, but then you realize you've moved rooms, and you have to go one with them.
Okay, so I knock on his door. I just have a nice little.
Behind it.
Better. He just gets very confused, questioning, feeling in his head.
I say loud enough that I hope it goes to the door, and I go, we were never properly introduced.
Again, just questioning things.
Just names to faces. That's all I was curious about.
You get the feeling of a very odd sound in your head. That's like.
Good to know. Thank you. It's Atlas, by the way. The next one. And I will go to the mess hall. Try and find them. You know what? No. I'm going to find a fucking map first, and then I'll find the fucking mess hall.
Find it out.
Oh no! I go to the conference room. I go to the bridge. I go to the captain. If I can find the captain's quarters, I'll go wherever I can to find a fucking map.
I'm cleaning my guns.
when he's walking the hallways, am I doing my training still?
Oh yeah.
So you just
Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm just like, it doesn't even.
You just pause for a second.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, while you see me doing it, all of a sudden I just move twice as fast for a second.
It's just kind of one of those, like he said, just just keep walking.
Because you've been there twice, you go to the conference room.
Okay.
Roll investigation.
Goddamn thing. It's a 9.
You look around, you go to where you saw Scott, you find something and you don't find anything.
Okay. I'll I'll see if I can go to the bridge next to see if maybe they have something.
Since you've never been to the bridge,
It's gonna take me longer. Yes, I know.
you end up not making it to the bridge. And instead, you make it to the mess hall.
Okay. First, if I make it to the mess hall, then I'll sit down and eat some oatmeal, and then I'll see if I can find a map.
Investigation check.
They're all nines. How are they all fucking nines?
I hope this throughout this entire campaign you never.
Oh my god, every investigation check. 9.
Do I find a map?
No.
Then I keep wandering the ship until I find a map.
We're gonna talk to the armory.
Okay. You find the armor, and surprisingly, Kritox is there.
Kritox.
Okay, pre-talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you went, that's, yeah, I know. I know.
That's the only way he knows it is his
Yeah.
language.
Okay, so it's pre-talk.
Continue. Roll an investigation. For anything you're looking.
Are there people in there? It's over 9!
It was a 16. Keep this one out.
You find a map on the page.
Yes. I take it. I don't know what to do with the map. I just know I have it.
You have a map.
I have it.
First off, I don't know if this is going to work because I don't know how close he is to me. But if he is within 120 feet, the captain would hear a questioning thing and see mental imagery of the armory. And that's entirely up to you because, like I said, he has to be in 120 feet of me. Does that
He
require?
doesn't know how to respond.
He's not sure what your question is, basically.
You just showed him a picture questioning the armory.
The armory. And the questioning feeling of
I don't even think I understand that.
You just get a repeat.
Oh, gotcha.
You
Okay.
just get a response again.
Okay.
mental image.
Goes about his day.
Well, does he respond?
Nope. That was about there.
I'm going to look through whatever's there.
Investigation check.
No. 16.
I have something specifically for this that you got from me. There it is. You find a lot of your common items: swords, shields, armor. Some more high tech, and then some more medieval. But as you're looking around, you said you got a 16.
Yes.
You find what looks to be an antimatter sniper rifle,
Ooh.
all black.
Very nice.
The hilt is looks almost crystalline, but other than that, the rest of the gun looks blacked out.
I cast Identify.
It is a Black Razor anti-rifle gun. Black Razor's an actual item. Just turn into a gun.
Do I see him cast Identify?
Well, you would just see me pull down my goggles while I'm looking at this gun.
I don't know. Yeah, because I wouldn't know what you were doing then by just looking at it.
Yeah, literally just pull down my goggles while looking at this gun.
Were you able to find the weapon?
I don't know.
It is technically a sword.
Loading. I know, I just searched black. I figured that'll give me all the options with black.
Which a lot of ways we can go with that.
Yeah. Black razor, there it is.
I'll just start heading back to my room.
As you're thinking of your room, you are.
You ever seen teleporter? Or what is it? Not teleporter, jumper?
Yes.
You know, wait.
What?
I love that move, right?
You know the first time he jumps, he's all like freaked out. That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm like. As soon as I teleport back to my room, Jesus.
A lot of shit. That's what
And then, so now I'm going to look at the map.
Okay.
Because of that, and I'm just going to take a deep breath and I'm going to think about the mess hall. I'm going to go back to my room.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Are you doing anything else besides training?
I'm going to sit down and meditate again since it's been a very wild 2 days for me.
Okay. Brad?
I will send a message, an image of me holding the weapon to the captain.
Okay.
Do I get anything in response?
No.
I just walk away with the gun.
Didn't he say the ship was ours and you're doing what we needed to?
He did, yes.
But he is the captain of the ship and hasn't disrespected me. So, and he has shown me that he can communicate with me
Yeah.
over the distance. So it's more of like
Making sure everything's okay to take.
because it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And maybe it's somebody's. No response. I'm taking it.
Do you know what the Black Razor sword is?
So, because I already have a anti-matter rifle, would I just put this in my inventory so I can see the information and then just use the rifle? Would it still be the +2 or? Because the one I have now is an antimatter +2.
It'd still be a +2 because I don't think the sword itself gives you any bonus to that.
+3 bonus to attack and damage. So
Then
antimatter
be a
+3.
+3.
Okay. So I'm gonna put that in my equipment and swap out my rifle. I will take my original rifle, place it in the inventory. I'm replacing mine, so someone else can have that.
While I'm meditating, do I hear the...
Oh, yeah. All right. So if everybody settles down for the night,
I'll be going over my new weapon, but I don't need to sleep, so.
I'm going to take off the ammo so I would sleep.
okay. You take off
For now, on a few from.
I want to take off. No. Don't you have to forcibly... Fuck, I have to leave it on, don't I? To keep it attuned.
It's about to go somewhere. See how it goes.
Okay, fine.
You're trying to take off the amulet?
I was going to, yes.
As you're taking off the amulet, you're reaching out to set it down. You feel very strong pull there at the end.
Connect those two together on the way you fine. Let me sleep without the... Well, now that I have the beacon inside of me, can I Can I still get a normal sleep? Will the beacon override the amulet?
Yeah, slip check.
It's fine. I'll put the amulet back on and try to sleep. I lay down and go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Okay, fair enough.
You dream about the order.
Okay. Let's see where this goes.
Just reliving you getting your and the amulet. Then you wake up.
Cold sweats, exhausted.
It's like you just lived through that moment again.
Fair enough. Okay.
And you two just had you didn't sleep, so you had a good long rest.
I had a good time playing with my new gun.
When you sleep off your the exhaustion you got a little bit from your haste. But other than that, you're fine.
It doesn't give you exhaustion.
It slows you down right after using it.
It's literally just for combat purposes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just get active.
Are you going to do anything with the sentience of Black Razor? Because it is a sentient weapon.
No, so is it.
Yes, my dagger.
Okay.
We'll
So
get there.
for now, he's just
We'll
being
get
quiet.
there.
Well, I'm just saying because I'm literally messing with it all night.
Hey, they have things that talk to them too. I'm not going to go.
Have
Yeah, I know I do.
He might be out you.
I would classify Gopher saying Amulet of Power as devil. Think of chaotic evil and times that by 50 billion.
That thing will so jerk off in your shower curtains.
and sodomize another player.
With an
And character.
penis.
Not in real well. I don't know, but in character.
I mean, him and Shooter, I mean,
So the next morning, you're all well rested. As you're waking up, you hear a voice over the intercom. It's the commander asking you to come to the teleporter room.
I'm there.
All there?
Yep.
He was smoking a cigarette.
Maybe that's me now, I guess.
Stand on your circles and get out.
I pooped a bunch of
Okay, you poofed 5 feet.
I can poop, I can poop.
I step on it.
yeah, I do the same. I just step onto it.
Not that one. That one's broken.
Good. I'm glad I didn't die. I move to the next one.
I poked my head out. What would have happened if you teleported on the broken one?
He looks like he does now. Let's just say his head's replaced with an arm. His arm's replaced.
What a funny feeling that one's not actually broken. This one is, and I'm going to get to the planet with like
Alright, you guys ready to go? Good.
Wait.
wrong lever.
Before we get to the lever pulling, I think there's a hilarious thing that in addition to my character.
Okay.
My what's the word? Interrupting thoughts, not interrupting thoughts.
Carapace.
No, not interrupting thoughts, but not interrupting.
Intrusive?
Yeah.
So there we go. Yes.
My own intrusive thoughts might like radiate out. Just like the back of their mind just gets this of like
Reaching out is teleporting.
oh my god, just the back of your mind like one trying to think but not wanting to think about it, but something is like in the back of your head of just you with all that stuff happening. And you just like look over at Green Tuck because you know he's been putting it. He's just sitting there like
Alright, everybody ready to go? Good. You all dematerialize and your vision fades. After a few seconds, your vision fades back. I've got so many tabs open.
What a funny feeling. We're going to have to make a dexterity roll to make sure we land correctly. So why do I
makes
say
you think
these
it's going to be
things?
all of us.
Why do I say these things?
Because you're massive.
There you are. As your teleportation wears off, your eyes are met with what can only be described.
Wow, that was really bad. He can't figure out how to describe it.
For whatever reason, when I wrote this, I put coffee.
Did you want coffee at that point?
Either that or he got his grocery list.
Okay, so I'm going to read this as it's written. As your teleportation wears off, your eyes are met with what can only be described as a coffee or blue sapphire everywhere. I have no idea.
I don't respect for the way.
The buildings themselves are anatomy. I must have wrote this late at night. So I'll probably
Natalie. Well, we're glad to know it's a woman.
As your teleportation wears off, your eyes are met with what can only be described as a light blue sapphire crystal everywhere. The buildings themselves are lined with this blue crystalline gem, and as you look on, you see the Great Hall, which appears to be entirely made out of sapphires. The townspeople all look distraught. The townspeople all look distraught and gloomy, with their heads down doing their daily tasks. You notice that throughout the entire city, all the buildings are dark, lightless. The only visual aid assisting any of these people is the sunlight itself. What do you wish to do?
Well, how did we come to be first? Like, are we all okay?
Well, with a mommy and a daddy.
Are we all okay after we rematerialize?
You might have just been in.
There still needs to be a mom and a dad.
Daddy gets the juices to mommy so that she can play.
You just vibrate very extensively, and you just fade back into existence like nothing happened.
I just fade back into existence?
Yeah, all of you.
He's just worried that he's going to take an arm out of his head.
The real question is,
Are you done for the night? It was so fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Should we end this earlier?
Yeah.
No.
what do you all wish to do?
I mean, I'm gonna look at them.
Did he tell us where we're supposed to go?
I just start walking towards the nearest person.
You walk up to the nearest person.
Follow
Down, just mindlessly chopping feet.
I use my foot and like the wood thing in front of them.
They just kind of stop, look at that shit.
He gets like a mental image of the crystal engine thing.
They just point towards the Great Hall.
I just start walking towards the Great Hall.
I just follow the big guy.
I would follow too.
Okay. And let's see if I actually wrote this part. Right.
As you look up at the Natalie.
As you approach the Great Call, we're gonna get through this.
As you approach the great diapers.
Okay, so I'm gonna read this as I'm interpreting it, and then I'm gonna read it again as it's written because
I demand to have it be as it's written first
Yes, I agree.
because I want to try and translate before.
Okay, fine. As you approach the Great Call, the large staircase leading up to the entrance is ornately decorated, with statues at the base of each handrail depending. With the statues at the base of each handrail depicting a woman of white flowing Jesus Christ, of a woman in a white flowing dress with long flowing hair, with her hands stretched to the sky, cupping a large blue orb. As you ascend the 20 stairs, you approach the main door with your glasses.
One of me is standing at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah,
Okay.
this shit again.
So you're at the base of the stairs. You see the two statues on either end. What do you guys do?
I'm going up the stairs. I never even.
Very slightly, as I'm looking at it, I just kind of.
As you go up the stairs, you know it's not true, but you feel like the statues are watching.
Me or all of us?
Great. We don't have anything inside of it.
It's like it was the whole party or just me?
As you ascend the 20 stairs, you approach the main door, which is massive in its own right. And decoratively carved into the doors is the same figure seen on the handrails as you enter into the Great Hall itself.
I just shiver.
It is a very spacious room lined with pillars holding up a massive 40-foot ceiling. In each of the four corners of the room, there are 10-foot tall statues of the same woman from the outside on the railings. The floors are lined with marble, and the walls are the same distinctive blue sapphire look. At the far end of the room, you see this massive door with the engraving of the woman on it.
I'm gonna guess he doesn't know that word.
Massive door with the engraving of the woman seen on the statues. And surrounding the artwork are four circular carvings, each with four different pictures on them. Okay, that's how I depicted it. I'm going to read you that last two sentences. And at the far end of the room, do you know this is a massive door with the engraving of the woman is looking in the statues? Question mark. Surrounding the work are four circular carvings, each with four different pictures. Four different pictures on them. Holy God!
So I think you need some proofreading.
I think you're not doing it tonight.
Think you know who our God is.
Graphics, it's right.
I am Grandpa. I am Grandpa now. On best.
You just see here. There's rapping like.
I am Grandpa now.
Fuck are you?
I am Grandpa.
Head rush. Oh, it's a battle map. I don't like battle maps.
The first one of the mini campaign. You guys need to pick up figures. Yes,
I'm secret.
Hey!
We're just gonna do Uriel.
I want to be Wade again. I need to find my Wade.
As you all approach and enter this room, you see.
Oh God, it's reading again.
No.
See, this is how he's gonna dumb us down to our intelligence. He's just gonna read this stuff to us, and he's gonna hit us with like, "You now get -1 intelligence."
Joke's on you, I already have it.
I feel it.
That is probably one of the worst things I've ever written in my life.
There's worse.
Not dark. I'm talking about just straight up right.
Wade, it's a possibility, Brad. Wade might be in the other one.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it could sound a lot like Boris's text.
That's what I was thinking when I was reading it, but I didn't want to be a dick.
Why? You're a dick 90% of the time anyway.
No, you said I'm only a dick 55% of the time. No. Sorry, Andrew, if you missed a whole part.
Oh, well.
What was it? Features and traits.
Yeah, you can. Right?
Ignore the loading property firearms being within 5 feet of a hostile creature doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged attack rolls. Okay. Anyways, where were we? You just found the symbol on the statue.
He just dropped through, and I don't know what Scoo's doing.
Okay, so currently you're in a dark room. You're impaled by a bunch of spikes, and you just kind of took damage. You got a bunch of temporary hit points. So, what are you doing?
Get off the spikes.
Okay, they're painful as fuck.
Well, given the temporary hit points, I assume just Black Razor just heals them.
Okay.
Because I was that only makes sense for temporary hit points. Like the wounds just disappear since it doesn't hit my actual health.
Fair enough.
And perception to see what's around you, I guess.
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay.
I checked that while he was having his fiasco. So I'm like, ooh, 17.
Well, you see a pit full of spikes. And a skeleton.
Jack the skeleton. Nothing else around.
There's some ragged cloth on it. You probably didn't feel the impact because it looks like a spike went right through his skull. So
You don't tend to feel that.
Yeah, no, that's kind
Well,
of.
to be fair, we don't. They might. Very briefly.
Depends where.
hopefully you're going sideways.
Straight through the back and the middle, no, because that's where the nervous system. Your sensation.
Well, I'm thinking like feeling the very initial. Like they might not live long enough to actually register it.
The most they're going to feel is the piercing of the skin.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get to the nerves, it cut the nerves.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Alright, so what are you doing?
So he just fell?
Yeah, he fell.
I fall down, go
I yell over to him. Yeah, he fell.
I look back and go, oh, where? Interesting.
How far did I fall?
100 feet.
100 feet?
100 feet.
Interesting.
They get a mental image of spikes and the skeleton.
I'm still never gonna get used to that.
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
You're out of range, but you're
Yeah, I would be.
you.
Yeah, I would be up against it. Yeah, I'd be there. So yeah. So I see that symbol. I'm gonna go look at the one opposite of it and see if I can find another symbol
Back there or
over there.
over here?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. This time you find that's a weird hourglass thing.
I kicked the body down the hole.
Hole's shut.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But the hole is still there.
No,
Close up
so
and it's falling.
I watched it close as I was falling.
Can I go back to the door and can I see if the dials move?
You can, yeah.
Do the dials move?
Yes.
And you said each of the 4 symbols are on the dials.
Yes.
Then I want to click the top 2 dials into those symbols.
Okay.
And then I want to go back and look at those 2, figure out those 2 symbols, and come to the bottom 2 dials.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm guessing the way she's presenting is like this, and then there's 2 dials here, and there's 2 dials here, right?
Pretty much.
So I want to click the top 2 dials into those 2 ones. So like the left one is the X thing, and the right one's the like C thing. Okay, so as it corresponds,
Is this left or right? If you're looking at the door, left or right?
it would correspond with how it is. So like legitimately, the dial that's closest to that one is that dial. Is that the dials that close to this one?
So top right, you're doing the out.
Yes.
Okay.
And then top left is this one. Bottom left is that one. Bottom right is that one. Okay. And then once those are clicked into place, I want to press the orb down.
As you press the orb, the doors crack. You're You hear the door sliding as it goes down to recessed holding place on the floor.
Woohoo! I figured out the person.
You did. I did not.
No, you did not.
I fell down.
You did.
Go squeeze.
Um. Hang on a second. Scoo, do you have any leather or rope in your backpack?
No.
No. How do we suggest getting? Oh. Oh.
Are we getting him out or are we going down?
Well, we do have the doors open, so I was thinking about getting out. I can't message him. I don't have that, so I can't see if there's doors down there or not. So I figured it would be getting him out.
I just start walking through the door.
Okay.
Question: how would you get the floor open with the door gone?
In all honesty, if I knew where it went, I was going to take my lightsaber out and see if I could go down and, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, we've seen it happen in the actual movies. So I was going to actually take it and slide it down into it and see if I could open it up for you. So. But I only got 50 feet of rope. So unless you can jump 50 feet,
Pretty sure that's not a thing.
I'm pretty sure it's not either. So.
So you walk through the door.
Yep.
You see this giant, almost like it reminds you of an aquarium, but inside is this massive blue orb, much like that's on his amulet, but like 40 times larger. It's encased in this glass-like area, but it's also got this steel, almost submarine-like door at the very front with the skull and crossbones symbol on the top.
That looks like a death door.
After realizing that there's no way to get him up, I kind of follow the scoop. So I'm behind him when he says this and goes, yes, that very much does look like a death door, but I have a funny feeling we have to go through the death door to get to what we need to get to.
As you say that, I pull out my dagger, and just disappear.
I just go, yay! Oh,
So you're standing in this room by yourself.
what are you doing? Yeah, by myself.
Fine.
I summon my sword to my hand.
Okay.
And I kind of touch my chest for a minute, and I'm just like, and I put my hand on the door, and I open up the door.
Okay. Door swings open.
What do I see through the door?
What I described here.
No, he's with me then.
Maybe I described that.
You described what the door looked like,
Yeah.
not what was through the door. What's on the other side of it?
So you saw there's just this one metal door surrounded by a bunch of glass. And inside you saw the big ass blue orb.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then I'll walk through, and I just.
As soon as you walk past that threshold of the door, you immediately feel sick. Your vision blurs ever so slightly.
Oh shit! This is that.
Take
Isn't
4
it?
points of poison damage.
Oh, I should have realized that. Fucking motherfucker.
You're right past the threshold. What do you do?
I'm just in there. Just like, why do these guys recklessly do things?
I literally stole this out of Star Trek.
I know you did. As soon as you said that, I remembered that you did. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna continue toward it. Before I continue towards the thing, do I see any consoles? Do I see any?
On the backside, so say you're here.
Yeah.
The orb is here. There's a There's a console here. You're
Okay. All right. So am I that close to the orb?
You're there.
And the console's there.
Console's right.
All right. I am going to trudge towards the console.
As you take your next step, you take 3 more points of poison damage, and the steel door closes behind you. Automatic.
Gonna keep walking.
You're here.
Well, that's not technically.
So you take another step.
I'm gonna go around towards the circle.
So you're here. You
Yeah.
are here.
Yep.
Okay. You take another 3 points of poison damage.
Okay. I'm keep on going.
Another 3 points of poison damage.
Keep going. Let's put it to you this way. I'm gonna go all the way to the console.
4 points of poison damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that? 3, 2, 3, 6, 3, 9. Uh, 13 total points of poison damage.
What was the last one? Because I was doing them as you were saying them.
3, correct?
Ooh, okay. I am going to now. I do have a question again, since I'm still not great at this. I do have lay on hands pool. Is that taking it from my health pool?
No.
Okay. So then I'm gonna lay on hands on myself for 10 points of health. Because I'm pretty sure I can do that, right?
Yep.
Then I'm going
That
to
is an action.
Right.
And
wait. I have a quick question. Do I have to do if I do all 10 of them? Do I have to take out all? No. Do I have to take out all 10, or do I have 10 times I can use it?
no, it's individual hit points.
Okay.
So if you want to heal by 10, you take out 10.
All right. Then I took out the full 10.
Okay.
So I've
Since
got.
that was an action, you take another 3 points of poison damage.
All right. So that would have been 19. So 19 minus 3 is what? 16? Right?
19 minus 3 is 16. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So 9. So 7. No, not 17. Hang on a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're doing well. Forget it.
There we go. Okay. All right. I want to look at the console. Is there anything on the console that like I recognize to shut it down or anything like that?
There's one lever.
Okay.
At the top it's green, at the bottom it's red. It's currently on red.
Then I'm going to push it to green.
You push it to green, the entire orb lifts off its pedestal and begins spinning. And radioactive energy shoots out throughout the entire encasement.
You're getting that.
Yep.
16, 19, 24.
I was really hoping it would have been like 15 points of damage somehow.
You take 24 points of poison damage.
I am
Down.
I'm down. I'm down.
Classes.
But you see, well, you don't see him per se, because I'm assuming you're like right here.
I'm on the outside of the glass. Just like,
Are you like trying to keep an eye on him through the windows?
just watching.
Okay. You see him pull the lever. You see this spark of energy flying throughout that glass room. You also see the entire Great Hall light up as it begins to glow. And whatever this is has illuminated the hall.
Did it. I just.
Alright, so what are you doing in your pit?
Well, I rolled a 6 for investigation, so blindly feeling around the pit.
You feel stones. It's crudely. It's like somebody literally dug straight down with a pickaxe.
So, is there like footholds? Maybe?
Like you can certainly try.
Why do I get this feeling that Scoo is going to be the only one getting back to the ship?
The rate this is going, kind of.
Is there cloth, rubber, and other materials around, laying around?
In this particular room, no.
Did you get anything else off of the dude? Anything useful?
Does he has cloth. Any rubber on him?
Technically, yes. It would be on his shoes.
Okay, I just need a strap.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use the dagger. Because I have a feeling. And just point it at it, and it's gonna fabricate me a little gas mask.
Okay.
If my gas mask on, try to open up the door. I
Acrobatics to try and climb.
walk towards him and just grab him by the foot and drag him out.
Roll a strength check for dragon.
What about the energy that's like shooting out?
So that was from starting though.
Oh.
You pulled the lever.
Okay.
You pulled the lever.
Rob.
What is this?
What about Brad's acrobatic?
17.
Did you roll?
Acrobatics to try and climb up?
Sure. What did you roll? Or did you roll?
I didn't because you didn't answer me.
So there. I was just.
So that's understandable. But I didn't roll it because you didn't
What
answer
did you get?
17.
17. That's good.
I heard you.
Yeah, 14.
me.
You get a quarter degree, so you got 25 feet up. You still have 75 feet to go.
Man, I should have put that rope down for you. How long is it going to take him to drag me out of there?
Ooh. One turn.
Okay, fair enough.
So now you guys made it all the way back out of the radioactive room. What did you roll?
24.
24. You're 25 feet away from the top. So, what are you two doing? Well, what are you doing?
Is he laying there unconscious?
He is. And his skin is starting to blister. And he has very green looking right now.
I'm going to become Hulk. Smash. Wrong radiation.
You just got people in a different cemetery. Running active as fuck.
I'm dead. We might as well just let me completely die and just get another
21. I drag him out to where his hole was
Okay.
and yell as loud as they can. Can you heal people?
Right now you're only about 25 feet away from him. Probably hear them.
I was going to say, would I hear them through that door, though?
It's only like 3 inches thick.
I'm pretty sure I had nothing for that, but wasn't the
Settlers, I made it clear, but we haven't gotten that far yet.
Do you want me to start sitting rolling dice same times?
Anyway, you get a feeling of no.
Well, that's a 17. That's a save.
You started failure.
Okay, I guess.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know why, but okay.
Because you just got the sun's energy put into you.
That's fair. But I saved my roll. It was
Yeah,
17.
so now you're 1 to 2.
I start using the dagger to fabricate whatever the materials made out of the door that he fell into a ladder straight down the side for him.
I got a nat 20.
It's a marble ladder now. It has 120-foot range for it.
Heavy as fuck ladder.
It's cemented into
Of what? 100 feet down?
Yeah.
120 foot ladder.
Yeah. So I feel like you're climbing, and then you just see the.
Yeah.
I got a nat 20.
That's nice. You're up.
Okay.
You're alive.
I don't know if he is alive now, because I just looked at Fabricate and it's 10 minutes to cast, so.
You're not alive?
If you get a nat 20 on a death save,
That's 2.
brings you. Yeah, and I already got 1 save.
Yeah.
That was my second roll, which
Yeah,
is
so
2.
you're for now.
Yeah.
You're still
You're
radioactively poisoned.
I've got 1 point of health.
Your next turn, you're going to take 1d4 damage.
So, no, you don't.
So yeah, you just gotta keep making saves until we save you.
Basically.
Unless somebody has a cure disease potion or so.
You know what's really fun? You know what's really funny?
You do.
I do, but I don't have it prepared. I literally have. Where is it? No, it's detect poison and disease. I don't think it's. Wait, hang on a minute.
I forget. Did the captain tell us why the blood was being drawn?
Yeah, it was to make the.
I know we know. Did the captain tell us?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's to detect poison and disease. It's not to prevent poison or whatever.
All I'm hearing is you're fucked up.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so what's the one?
Unless you can magically roll enough d20s until we get up back into space, you're fucked.
Yeah, right.
I'm just going to say you take 1 point.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so I eventually climb out.
Yeah, that's a
Were
failure.
you saving your minifigure or did you just have it?
Well, I had it in here, but no, don't worry about it.
I'm assuming you weren't saving yours.
No.
Okay.
Full thing and Brath are at home. That was one of the many Wade failures. What I was using for the last bit. The one offer.
So I heal 1, and then I automatically take 1 damage because I got another nat 20. If I get 3 nat 20s, can I just?
Technically, 3 nat 20s would only be 20 seconds.
Well, that was 2 rolls and a failure again. So
Had it right, and then he flipped them all.
2 failures, 2 successes. 2 failures, 3 successes. 1 minus 1.
And you take 1 damage.
Success. Success.
So anyway, I get up there.
So how long does it take us to get back up to
Success.
Well,
1-1.
Hang on. We get up there. I look at him.
Failure.
And I just kind of look at him, and he gets mental image of the captain telling us about clones.
Well, that's all right because I just failed 8 times.
Well, as he says that, I stab him in the neck.
It's like, clones? To be fair, I was going to shoot you in the head.
Since we're just doing clones, then can I just heal all the way back up to normal now?
Next section.
Okay, fair enough.
So, with the event of you turning off the tower and killing a party member, 1 climbing out of a hole and 1 actually being smart, we're going to end the session.
You see me in a gas mask.
I just walk up, gas mask, dying. Clone. Stab.
Oh, right. I love the tradition of fourth time.
Listen, I knew I was going to.
Can you kick that this way, please?
I mean, technically, you died more than anybody in this in any of the campaigns.
We were actually talking about this. I'm thinking about starting a death counter. Like on a little whiteboard, just putting it somewhere in here.
He's got the most deaths.
Currently, yes.
Yes, he has the most deaths. We went through it.
Unless you want to count Uriel's deaths with the dragon. But since we didn't count those because they just went down.
But if we count tonight, you are either tied with him.
I've only had 3. This is my 4th. He's had 6. Yes. He's had 6.
3. I'll get 3.
Uriel, Tarek, and now me.
Bills has died too.
Did we count Beals?
No, that was Beelzy's clone.
Yeah, that was because I died and I went into my clone like I am now. But we're counting this as a death.
But even if you did, Brad's still leaving.
It's still only 4. Brad's still in the lead with 6. Nate died once because of you. You died.
I've never died.
You died once, technically.
That's other than me killing everything.
That's what we're going with. You're killing everything. You died once. Creed died what? Or you died what?
Creed died because, Creed died.
I have the most in-game kills. I have the most internal kills.
You do, yes.